Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 800U. Get ready for incredible experiences from this ultra-connected chip. Featuring dual 5G SIM for 5G connectivity that's always ready to go. High-quality voice and video calls. 5G carrier aggregation that keeps you connected. By keeping the 5G modem in the chip and using MediaTek's 5G ultra-safe power savings technology, we've created the world's most power-efficient smartphone 5G modem, boosting your battery life. With faster peak speeds, the Dimensity 800U accelerates launch time for your favorite games and apps. Use your voice assistant for scheduling and reminders in the language you prefer. With Dimensity 800U, smartphones feature supersized cameras and HDR imaging. Plus, its integrated AI processor helps enhance pictures and 4K videos in day or night. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus. Our flagship 5G integrated chip gives you immense CPU performance, stunning graphics, and incredible AI. You can game flawlessly, load apps faster, and multitask smoother, all on 5G. Pick up your camera and shoot stunning HDR pictures and videos, or go out at night with perfect results every time. Benefit from powerful AI and the latest MediaTek Hyper Engine gaming technology. This predictive networking enhances your smartphone experience and dramatically reduces latency, provides rapid responsiveness that shaves milliseconds off touchscreen input, and enhances power management that lets you game longer. While ultra-fast displays at your fingertips give you the edge, MediaTek Mirror Vision display technology brings cinema-grade visuals into video streaming and playback. Use 5G connectivity that's both fast and power efficient. MediaTek 5G UltraSave is built in to extend your battery life, while dual 5G SIM support gives you 5G that's always ready to go and make voice and video calls with the highest quality. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. We're bringing 5G to everyone, across mobile, automotive, IoT, in the home, and beyond. Introducing MediaTek Dimensity. MediaTek Dimensity is at the forefront of powering the 5G revolution. It's about what we can achieve when barriers between devices disappear and connectivity becomes seamless and instantaneous. It will change market, industries, and our everyday. Through Dimensity, we're spurring product, app, and service innovations that will enable the true possibilities of 5G connectivity. When you see Dimensity, know that MediaTek has built an unrivaled mix of technologies. The industry's fastest 5G connectivity, super fast processors, and incredible gaming. Exciting multimedia, the industry's most powerful AI cores, and impressive imaging. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. G is for gaming. Introducing MediaTek Helio G95. It's paired with MediaTek's Hyper Engine game technology, which goes beyond the chip and tunes your whole smartphone. Because every millisecond matters in the gaming world. Whether you're streaming video, chatting with friends, or playing games, you can rely on us for responsive experiences that always impress. With in-chip innovations, all your wireless gear will connect reliably and retain their best performance. Maximize your everyday mobile experience with advanced 4G connectivity and dual SIM. Improved video playback quality with cinema-grade visuals and support for multiple virtual assistants. Embrace AI super resolution for streaming video and teleconferencing, saving your 4G data and battery life. Capture incredibly detailed photos and superb night shots. Integrated with these advanced technologies, MediaTek Helio G95 does the hard work, ensuring your smartphone always keeps up with you, so that you can focus on the moment. Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 800U. Get ready for incredible experiences from this ultra-connected chip. Featuring dual 5G SIM for 5G connectivity that's always ready to go. High-quality voice and video calls. 5G carrier aggregation that keeps you connected. By keeping the 5G modem in the chip and using MediaTek's 5G ultra-safe power savings technology, we've created the world's most power-efficient smartphone 5G modem, boosting your battery life. With faster peak speeds, the Dimensity 800U accelerates launch time for your favorite games and apps. Use your voice assistant for scheduling and reminders in the language you prefer. With Dimensity 800U, smartphones feature supersized cameras and HDR imaging. Plus, its integrated AI processor helps enhance pictures and 4K videos in day or night. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus. Our flagship 5G integrated chip gives you immense CPU performance, stunning graphics, and incredible AI. You can game flawlessly, load apps faster, and multitask smoother, all on 5G. Pick up your camera and shoot stunning HDR pictures and videos, or go out at night with perfect results every time. Benefit from powerful AI and the latest MediaTek Hyper-Engine gaming technology. This predictive networking enhances your smartphone experience and dramatically reduces latency, provides rapid responsiveness that shaves milliseconds off touchscreen input, and enhances power management that lets you game longer. While ultra-fast displays at your fingertips give you the edge, MediaTek Mirror Vision display technology brings cinema-grade visuals into video streaming and playback. Use 5G connectivity that's both fast and power efficient. MediaTek 5G UltraSave is built in to extend your battery life, while dual 5G SIM support gives you 5G that's always ready to go and make voice and video calls with the highest quality. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. We're bringing 5G to everyone, across mobile, automotive, IoT, in the home, and beyond. Introducing MediaTek Dimensity. MediaTek Dimensity is at the forefront of powering the 5G revolution. It's about what we can achieve when barriers between devices disappear and connectivity becomes seamless and instantaneous. It will change market, industries, and our everyday. Through Dimensity, we're spurring product, app, and service innovations that will enable the true possibilities of 5G connectivity. When you see Dimensity, know that MediaTek has built an unrivaled mix of technologies. The industry's fastest 5G connectivity, super fast processors, and incredible gaming. Exciting multimedia, the industry's most powerful AI cores, and impressive imaging. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. G is for gaming. Introducing MediaTek Helio G95. It's paired with MediaTek's Hyper Engine game technology, which goes beyond the chip and tunes your whole smartphone. Because every millisecond matters in the gaming world. Whether you're streaming video, chatting with friends, or playing games, you can rely on us for responsive experiences that always impress. With in-chip innovations, all your wireless gear will connect reliably and retain their best performance. Maximize your everyday mobile experience with advanced 4G connectivity and dual SIM. Improved video playback quality with cinema-grade visuals and support for multiple virtual assistants. Embrace AI super resolution for streaming video and teleconferencing, saving your 4G data and battery life. Capture incredibly detailed photos and superb night shots. Integrated with these advanced technologies, MediaTek Helio G95 does the hard work, ensuring your smartphone always keeps up with you, so that you can focus on the moment.
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, देवी और सज्जनों और हमारे सारे दर्शकों का एक बार फिर से स्वागत है मीडियाटेक प्रेजेंट्स द फ्री फायर गेमिंग मास्टर्स क्वेस्ट फॉर द बेस्ट 2021 powered by JioGames में. My name is Loki. With me is going to be Salty today and our four lovely observers Rolly, Big Fat Panda, Kaneki BTL and Dan the Bot. And in these 5 qualifier matches, the top 8 teams will be qualifying for tomorrow's matches where they have a chance to qualify for the playoffs. So the way it works is the top 8 teams today get to play tomorrow for a cash prize and a spot in the main event where they get a chance to make lakhs and lakhs of rupees. And with that introduction, Salty, I want to ask you, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing absolutely fine. I had a terrible leg day yesterday, but I guess I'm gonna have a good day watching some good old Free Fire action. The flight path seems to be pretty horizontal, Floki. So I
Yep.
guess the players as well as the teams are going to be pretty far apart from each other right now. The war is far from over, neither.
Yeah.
Wait, wait,
Uh,
wait.
So the reason that we have very few teams is this time around we only have 10 teams in the server, so the game is likely to be much more passive, right? When there are not so many people on the server, teams are more likely to just
Yeah.
play it safe, take it easy, and not really run into each other. But me and Chris, we've been casting this for so long, we've noticed a pattern that every single time there are fewer teams on the server, they just want to run into each other
Mm-hmm.
more and just get the action going and get the party started. So it kind of what ends up happening is that we see some action early on, and then for the next three or
Yeah.
four circles everything is really quiet until by some accident of like the circle and being in some place forces a fight between teams. But for the time being, Salty, the circle hasn't formed yet, and every team pretty much gets to drop wherever they want, right? You're going to have team number 4 going towards Kota Tua, and basically there is
Mm-hmm.
no contest whatsoever for any of these teams. I mean, if we bring up the map real quick, we'll see just how spread out every single player is. And yeah, there we go. Look at this. In
Mm-hmm.
Sentosa, we have team number 5. Kota Tua में team number 4 है Salty. Team 10 factory के पास में Rimnam village and team 9 and Rimnam village. So everyone is just very spread out and chill and just taking a easy time, like they're not really forced to engage with each other this early on. But I have to say, Salty, me and Chris always discuss this. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think of teams not choosing to drop in the high tier loot zone?
I mean, when there are no 12 team competition or 12 team matches, you
Hmm.
probably want to go hot and heavy from the get go itself. You want to drop in the high tier loot zone and get yourself good guns because there's going to be a high chance that most of the teams are going to be well spread out. So even if you drop in the high tier
Exactly.
loot zones, you might not find a lot of collision out there. But even if you do, I guess there is a psychological thing, right? I mean, generally this happened with us as well when there are no more when there isn't like a lot of people out there in the server. You kind of feel psychologically having a better chance of winning the game, like as
Yeah.
compared to when there are a lot of people in the server. So you probably will feel like, all right, let's go hot and heavy, let's go dominate the teams who are there in the server, will isolate the teams out there and we will exterminate them. And there's probably going to be zero chance of a third party coming in. So a lot of teams might actually go into the high tier loots, and we might see a fight very early on between team number 8 and team number 2. It looks like both the players from team number 2 are quite separated, so this might give this particular team an upper hand right now. SD7 already barring in those shots, getting a knock. I guess the kill will be coming in as well, Floki. A first blood very early on.
Yeah, and now it's a 1v2, Salty. I mean, look at this. Team Two's only surviving member, Ajay, is gonna have to retreat towards cover. Now, thankfully, he does have an ability that gives him some extra HP to start off with, but this extra HP is not gonna last forever. He's running the Alok heal, so thankfully he can play that solo kind of a game where he doesn't really have to worry
Mm-hmm.
about a chrono shield. He doesn't really have to stand and hold his ground. He can choose to just play a lot more fluidly and give himself a lot more mobility to work with around the map. The thing about Time Turner is that Time Turner tends to reveal your position, right? Because it's a physical shield. Compare that to something like an Alok heal, and your opponent's not really going to know when you're using that and when that's working in your favor. So as a result, you just tend to move around the map a lot easier, and you don't reveal your positioning as well. The only thing about Ajay over here in this position is that he's kind of out in the open. So you would much rather hold a place
Yeah.
which is somewhat constricted, where you can isolate and take a 1v1. And in this warehouse, if he continues to stay here, eventually teammate they will rush his position, and he'll kind of be he's going to be caught with his pants down, essentially, because he's in a very open area for the time being. But yeah, the circle is formed, Salty, and it seems that it's going to be a northern-based circle. This time around, there's not going to be any Pochinok in there. It's geared more towards Bhima Shakti Strip and Peak towards the southern side, and it's covering a big chunk of Riverside and the dam area towards the end of the island or the northern part.
Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't seen a lot of teams dropping in shipyard and find themselves inside the first circle along for a lot of days. Right now, Ajay, I guess, will try and hide himself, but the kind of position he is in, team number 8 can easily encapsulate him from a lot of directions if they have the appropriate intel. And I guess SD7 does have some information of where Ajay is, and he's trying to find that out. I guess find an opening and probably take him out. But going after him might actually be a deadly option as well, because he has those SMGs, so he can make those 1v1 close range fights really count for him, especially with the AUG as well. He can take some mid-range fights, but not essentially enough or powerful enough to completely demolish team number 8. We might see this war drag on for like ever. But then it is on to Ajay if he wants to move back, fall back. Because falling back from this particular position is also not that easy, because you have a very big open stretch of field. So you try and cover that on foot, you probably are going to get shot in the back of your head.
Exactly, and you highlighted it perfectly, right? Because you don't have those sort of long-range weapons, you can't really take these engagements. Mid-range, sure, you got the AUG, you can try, you can maybe take that fight, but it's very unlikely that we see him actually do that at any point in time. But I want to have a quick look at the map and see where all of these other teams are for the time being, because we might be seeing action elsewhere. But yeah, well, the only action we're going to be seeing for the next while is most likely to happen in Shipyard, because everywhere else on the map, it seems that teams are just enjoying the fact that they're all by themselves. But okay, Ajay, he spots out SD7, but he's not really willing to take the fight. Time turner pop by SD7. Now this gives Ajay an opening. He could choose to engage over here, but he's getting shot from the back by SD7, and yeah, he tries to account for one person, ends up being killed by the other one, and that's going to be his demise. But 9 teams now remaining in the mix, Salty, and as soon as the next team gets eliminated, we'll know exactly who our top 8 are. But the thing is, even after knowing the top 8, so many times it happens that we see the teams who performed really well on day 1 are not able to carry the same performance forward in day 2. I mean, just yesterday we had the case where a team which on the main qualifier days eliminated like half the server ended up being eliminated so quickly at the start that they didn't even make a dent in the top 6. Like there was a team with 2 players known as Shezi and Ritvik. I forgot what their name was, but those are the names of the players, and those boys got themselves around 15 to 18 points on the first day, and then on the second day they continued playing very aggressively in this duos mode, and they end up being punished so hard by all of the other teams.
Wow. Yeah,
Yes,
right. I mean, with different lobbies, there are supposed to be different tactics. You can't just play the same aggressive game every time, right? That is what we see in the competitive stage as well. You can't just play aggressive every time just because you're playing aggressive on ranked mode. Nonetheless, I guess we have a fight here itself. Team number 1 up against team number 3. Few shots, Noob in a high ground position. He will have an advantage though over team number 3, but then they have the compounds to work with. Team number 3 will stay put, at least for the time being. They don't really want to give away their position, don't really want to get shot, invite those shots coming in. But I guess team number 1 will rotate and try and get close to team number 3, because especially in an open lobby like this, you want to take fights, you want to get those kills, because getting kills is much easier here, unlike having a full-fledged lobby where you can get shot from any particular direction. You don't have to worry about third parties, you don't have to worry about getting killed from the other direction, at least for the 5th or the 6th circle. Right now, I guess they have all the liberty in the world to play around, play with the opposition, look which particular team they can take on, and just go for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I believe team number 1 might be the actual Hawkeye esports. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that Hawkeye esports have a professional Free Fire team, and those boys, have seen them before, and their names also seem familiar, Gaurav and Noob. So they could be those members, but it seems that they've registered under the banner of Noob. So there's always that. We'll find out in the end screen, though, many a times towards the end when we go to the actual scoreboard, we find out if the players indeed are former pros who have played, various official tournaments, the Garena ones included. But Yeah, we'll have a look if this is indeed the actual Hawkeye Esports. But for the time being, they need to get inside the circle, Salty, and Bhima Shakti Strip is not in it. And I have to say, this circle is starting to get very, very interesting
Mm.
because we have a northern finish this time, Salty. Look at that circle. It's going to be towards Plantation, Shipyard, Riverside, or Katulistava. And I have to say, I haven't seen a finish in any of those areas in quite some time.
Like after the recent update, I feel that the meta has really changed. Previously, Bhima Shakti Strip and Peak were the hot drop locations for the final circle, but right now things are going weird. Things are going absurd. Sometimes we get to see eastern circles, northern circles, and that makes things more, I would say, random
Interesting?
or unpredictable.
Yeah.
But I guess unpredictable is the correct word, because previously, what used to happen is that, in competitive teams were like, all right, this is the map that we are playing, this is a particular compound which we need to hold, and then the circle is going to form here, and we will get at least a few teams cutting our rotation. So we will get some fights, but right now you have to stay on your toes, and that is the right spirit of Battle Royale, I feel. Whenever the circle is forming, you need to start your rotation, or probably before that, by predicting the circle. And that is what is happening right now. Teams have started rotating on foot and trying to get pretty good compounds for themselves. I guess there's still time before we see some fights brew up. Both Hawkeye Esports as well as team number 3 have moved away from each other. I guess that's not a very good love story, but team number 9, team number 4, team number 6, all of these teams are outside the circle. Once they close in, I guess the density of the teams will be much greater, and there will be greater chances of fights brewing up. So my prediction will be that it's going to be a full-blown war from the 5th circle, or probably from the 4th circle onwards. Not before that. Not before that.
Hey, there's a reason why Crips calls it the Thanos circle. The third and fourth circle, that's when you start taking all those fights. That's when the gatekeeping begins, and that's when you see a lot of action brewing out. But we might be in for some action early on over here because Team 4 did spot out Team number 9's members, and they are deciding not to push in that general direction. I like this idea. They don't need to take an unnecessary risk. They could instead just look to loop around and get themselves a different compound and plantation. Maybe even just go and assert dominance on the high ground elsewhere on the map. And if you look towards Graveyard, there are a few compounds free over there. In fact, there's also a road in the smack dab center of it. So if they occupy that compound, they do have an easy path to follow towards the main dam area. Now, Team 10 and Team 6 facing off against each other, Salty. This little dam area might end up being the place where the showdown happens. Let's see if Ennis Reddy can connect his shots. He's trying to. The Orm is doing a fair amount of work, but the glue walls come through. Team number 10, they're going to stay alive for the time being. One time turner gets used. Where's the other one? That is the question. Oh, it's not there. There's only one time turner to work with. So it seems that Team 10 are kind of out of their defensive abilities for now, and they're only going to be relying on glue walls. But look at that.
Wow.
Ennis Reddy is going to get knocked down, and Assassin is going to be taken down by Tech Panda YT. And boy, look at that. Great connection there by Tech Panda. Getting the first knock, not even focusing on finishing him off, instead going for the second kill, realizing that the glue wall has gone down. But we're going to have to hold on to our hats because Team 3 is also taking a fight against Team number 5, Salty. And Aryan Mossel, he has the double barrel shotgun, and guess what? At this range, it shreds.
It definitely is going to shred, but I guess he needs to move a bit closer. Crossing this fence and moving to the compound, it's going to be deadly for him, because I guess that particular player from team number 5, he is gatekeeping. And also the flank is coming in from, I believe it's Paraboy. If both of them come together, it can be deadly for Aryan Motion, because right now he does not have any cover whatsoever. The only little cover that he has is the fence, but he's open from all directions. And if they manage to flank him from both the sides, he's as good as dead meat. So he has to find a solution to this, probably use some glue walls. And he does have 2 glue walls. He needs to move inside a particular compound for himself and take those close range fights, because taking this long distance fight in the open might just be deadly. He does not have any support from his other teammate whatsoever. I don't really know what's going on. He's all here all by himself, 5-6 HP. He's healing himself up, but I guess he won't really be holding on for longer, because the blue circle comes in as well and the damage begins. Team number 5 is just going to shower him with bullets. Will he survive? I'm not really sure. He does have the shotgun. It might come into fruition right now, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Floki.
Yeah, Dark Shadow is more persistent on making sure that he's able to secure himself a top 8 position so he can get those sweet placement points. But even after getting top 8, you need to secure yourself some kills to guarantee that you end up as one of the few teams who qualify for the main event. I guess they have done that because there are only 8 teams remaining on the map. And if the team that got eliminated didn't get any kill points, and the team buddy should be the ones making it to the top 8. But for the time being, Team 4 and Team 9, they're taking a fight towards Plantation, and this is where the circle is headed. The Thanos circle has shown itself. The fights have begun, Salty. And guess what? Team Adi, they're going to be the first ones to get knocked out as a result. Team 8, they're in the dead center of Plantation, occupying an L-shaped house. Gives them a decent vantage point over the area, actually. They have a lot of ground that they can cover from this particular angle. Let's see if they're able to continue to hold on, though. In team number 1, for the time being, they are inside the barn house in Plantation, and the barn house is a bit of a tricky one. It can get spammed with grenades if you're not careful, but at the same time, these boxes do enable you to take a decent amount of cover. So if you react fast enough, you can most certainly save yourself. These are not like the staircase houses in Purgatory where you can't really defend yourself if the grenades come tossing in. But Noob, in the meantime, he spots out one member from, I believe it is, okay, it's Tech Panda Whitey, so it's the guys who got themselves a kill. It's Team Sam 55, and Tech Panda is going to go down. Shubham, he's going to be left to his own devices, but he can eventually step inside the zone. I think Team 1 will change their attention towards the northern part where more action should be brewing out. And they only really need one player to watch this back area, but in the meantime, looks like another team got eliminated elsewhere. Team 7 and Team 5 are taking a fight, and over here Team 8 are also joining in on the action. So Team 5 getting pummeled from both angles, sort of being sandwiched here between both of these teams, and eventually Bhaskar is going to be the one who finds a knock on towards Efsil. Now Efsil, he can't really be revived here, so it's only going to be death for him. It allows Team 5's second member to maybe wrap around and look to do something that's going to get him into a better position than this one. But look at this, I mean, look at this Salty.
Oh my. Oh my god, just look at the circle. Just look at the circle, man. It completely shifted out of team number 1's favor, even though they were at the edge of the circle. But I guess this particular shift completely overturns the game for Team Hawkeye Esports. They need to move closer to team number 8, and that can be deadly. Because right now, the kind of position team number 8 is, they can dominate from here itself. They can dominate team number 5, team number 5, as well as 7, as well as 10. Anything can happen. Getting close to team number 8 is as close as impossible, but Team Hawkeye will try. Okay, so this is a noob, pardon me for that. Nonetheless, I guess they are closing in. The grenades will come pouring, but we'll have to see how many do they manage. It is going to be interesting to watch because team number 7 has joined in the party as well. I guess there's only one player from that particular team. Gaurav starts shouting in the grenades. Noob gets one, and I guess there is going to be Gaurav who will try and finish everything off from team number 8. No. He is definitely inside, but I guess Noob gets taken down by the play zone. This is bad. This is bad news, Floki.
Yeah, it was almost bad news for him, but thankfully his teammate came in the nick of time to revive him. Noob slightly miscalculating his position. The medkit does not come through. It just missed out by like 0.3 seconds, and as a result, he ended up going down. But he will get back on his feet. Team 10 and Team 5, both solo solo players still remaining alive from their squads respectively, are trying to make a name for themselves. But Gaurav is going to put an end to Paraboy's misery, and now it's going to be a 2v2v1. Team 8 obviously having the high ground, also having the advantage over here. Let's see how they utilize it. For the time being, they're going to take down Shubham's time turner, and now it's going to be a 1v, well, it's going to be a 2v2 rather, Salty. A 1v1 between the teams. That grenade is not really going to do a lot of work. It might, okay, never mind.
Oh
Seems
my
like
god.
The grenade exploded right below their feet, but it didn't do much because it wasn't the enemy's grenade. But the circle's closing in. Who's going to come out on top over here? The SMGs are close range, Jury and Supreme, but SD7's double barrel shotgun does greater work. And Team Noob are the ones who get the, or actually it's Team Green Ninjas are the ones who get themselves to booyah. Team Noob, who I suspect are Hawkeye Esports, get eliminated in second place. But we'll find out soon enough if they are indeed Hawkeye when we have a quick look at the scoreboard. But yeah, I have to say, Green Ninja, good stuff by them, you know, using their double barrel shotgun towards the end very perfectly. You know, not really flicking too wildly. Many a times you've seen towards the end when players are trying to rush in, like their aim is just all over the place and they're not able to connect their shots. Instead, Green Ninja, they stay calm, they connect their shots, and they make it work.
The word stay calm was absolutely applicable over there, because when the circle shifted from the L-shaped building, when they had to jump down, and that was the moment when I thought that, all right, this is the time when Noob is just going to conquer this particular team, because they're jumping down. They know exactly from where they are going to come from. And that was the place where Noob should have actually won that 2v2 fight. But instead, there was SD7 who had other plans. With the double barrel shotgun, he completely exterminated them, had no chance whatsoever. I mean, Noob had no chance whatsoever in that particular fight. And even though they were coming in from like a higher ground, they had more control over their weaponry. They had more control over which particular player they're shooting at. and that was just absolutely brilliant. I even thought that that glue wall which they dropped just after dropping down, because you have that animation when you try and prevent your knees from getting hurt when you jump down from a higher ground. Yeah. I guess that gives you a little bit of delay. The glue wall that was thrown in perfectly, I guess that was a really key move out there. So Green Ninja, they did a really good job in taking down Team Noob. This last fight was probably the best fight out of any particular fight that I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, this last fight towards the end, team made perfectly making use of the advantage, right? They have the high ground, they don't really need to engage team number 1. They can't even walk up because they've sealed it off with a glue wall. So they finish these 2v1s first. Gaurav goes in, he tries to scout things out, but he sees that there's a glue wall there. And Noob, there was a point where he dropped down because of the zone closing in on him and him slightly miscalculating his location. But yeah, this is the point where the double barrel shotgun does the work. SD7, he had 5 HP remaining. He almost died in the zone, but just before the last tick of damage, he connects the shots and he gets the kill. And with that, Green Ninja, they're the ones who get themselves in first place, but all the top 8 teams are going to be making it to the qualifier matches tomorrow, Salty. So yeah, all of these 8 teams, we're going to be having a look at them again tomorrow, where they're going to be playing a best of 3. But for the time being, this is going to be it for the very first best of 1 for the day. We're going to have 4 more coming up. So आप कहीं नहीं जाइएगा देवर सज्जनों, क्योंकि हमारे पास अभी भी 4 बेस्ट ऑफ 1s बाकी हैं, जिनमें से हम डिसाइड करेंगे कि कौन सी टीम्स हमें कल वापस देखने को खेलने मिलने वाली है. Of course, top 8 टीम्स जो भी होंगी, they are the ones who qualify. लेकिन आप अगर जानना चाहते हैं कि आपकी फेवरेट टीम ये मैच में होगी या नहीं होगी, तो आपको यहाँ पे बने रहना पड़ेगा. हम एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेके वापस आएंगे. तब तक आप देख रहे हैं MediaTek presents the Free Fire Gaming Masters 2021 powered by JioGames.
Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 800U. Get ready for incredible experiences from this ultra-connected chip. Featuring dual 5G SIM for 5G connectivity that's always ready to go. High-quality voice and video calls. 5G carrier aggregation that keeps you connected. By keeping the 5G modem in the chip and using MediaTek's 5G ultra-safe power savings technology, we've created the world's most power-efficient smartphone 5G modem, boosting your battery life. With faster peak speeds, the Dimensity 800U accelerates launch time for your favorite games and apps. Use your voice assistant for scheduling and reminders in the language you prefer. With Dimensity 800U, smartphones feature supersized cameras and HDR imaging. Plus, its integrated AI processor helps enhance pictures and 4K videos in day or night. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus. Our flagship 5G integrated chip gives you immense CPU performance, stunning graphics, and incredible AI. You can game flawlessly, load apps faster, and multitask smoother, all on 5G. Pick up your camera and shoot stunning HDR pictures and videos, or go out at night with perfect results every time. Benefit from powerful AI and the latest MediaTek Hyper Engine gaming technology. This predictive networking enhances your smartphone experience and dramatically reduces latency, provides rapid responsiveness that shaves milliseconds off touchscreen input, and enhances power management that lets you game longer. While ultra-fast displays at your fingertips give you the edge, MediaTek Mirror Vision display technology brings cinema-grade visuals into video streaming and playback. Use 5G connectivity that's both fast and power efficient. MediaTek 5G UltraSave is built in to extend your battery life, while dual 5G SIM support gives you 5G that's always ready to go and make voice and video calls with the highest quality. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
We're bringing 5G to everyone. Across mobile, automotive, IoT, in the home, and beyond. Introducing MediaTek Dimensity. MediaTek Dimensity is at the forefront of powering the 5G revolution. It's about what we can achieve when barriers between devices disappear and connectivity becomes seamless and instantaneous. It will change market, industries, and our everyday. Through Dimensity, we're spurring product, app, and service innovations that will enable the true possibilities of 5G connectivity. When you see Dimensity, know that MediaTek has built an unrivaled mix of technologies. The industry's fastest 5G connectivity, super fast processors, and incredible gaming. Exciting multimedia, the industry's most powerful AI cores, and impressive imaging. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
G is for gaming. Introducing MediaTek Helio G95. It's paired with MediaTek's Hyper Engine game technology, which goes beyond the chip and tunes your whole smartphone. Because every millisecond matters in the gaming world. Whether you're streaming video, chatting with friends, or playing games, you can rely on us for responsive experiences that always impress. With in-chip innovations, all your wireless gear will connect reliably and retain their best performance. Maximize your everyday mobile experience with advanced 4G connectivity and dual SIM. Improved video playback quality with cinema-grade visuals, and support for multiple virtual assistants. Embrace AI super resolution for streaming video and teleconferencing, saving your 4G data and battery life. Capture incredibly detailed photos and superb night shots. Integrated with these advanced technologies, MediaTek Helio G95 does the hard work, ensuring your smartphone always keeps up with you, so that you can focus on the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, देवी और सज्जन और हमारे सारे दर्शकों का एक बार फिर से स्वागत है MediaTek presents the Free Fire Gaming Masters Quest for the Best 2021 powered by JioGames में मेरा नाम है फ्लोकी, मेरे साथ है सॉल्टी और हमारे चार लवली ऑब्जर्वर्स रोली, बिग फैट पैंडा, कानी की BTL एंड डैन द बॉट हमें हमारे सेकंड क्वालिफायर मैप पे लेके जाएंगे बर्मुडा पे। एंड सेकंड गेम में प्लेन का पाथ शुरू हो रहा है सेंटोसा से लेके बुलजाई तक। And Salty, the high tier loot zone, this time being in Rimnam Village, I kind of have a sinking feeling that once again, we're gonna see Rimnam Village being ignored.
Yeah, I guess we probably will feel Rimnam Village ignored because as of yet, we still find team number 5 moving towards it. But I don't think they're going to go for it because as far as it is out away from the central part of the map, I don't really feel that teams are going to go for it considering the fact that you have to rotate too much. When there aren't really so many teams out there in the lobby, you probably would expect to get into the battle first. Like, you have 24 players in the lobby, right? So definitely there isn't really that much of requirement of guns and weapons initially early on. So I guess compounds, any particular compound would probably work for a duo. But right now, I guess we have a few of the teams out here, team number 5, team number 7, team number 8, team number 4. Few of these are pretty close together. Fights might break out initially, Floki. So yeah, I guess these compounds, they will serve the purpose.
They certainly will. I mean, having hard cover is quite important in this game of Free Fire, especially early on when you don't have a lot of glue walls. Like, you don't want to be using those things as early as possible. You kind of want to save them for later on. But the biggest issue over here is that, despite it being an empty server, two teams together have decided to drop and peak. So, like you said, we should be seeing some action brew out here. Now, Stan does have a battlefield in his hand, but he's not able to connect his shots towards Prashant. He's going to drop a glue wall, and he also dropped his chrono shield, so he's going to be alive for now. But he takes a lot of damage as a result, and his teammate is covering him in the meantime. He's going to be able to secure his kill, and look at that. Expect will be able to knock out Stan. And now Veendroid, he's going to be left to his own devices and he does not know what to do. He is so confused because he just saw his teammate die and there are two people marking his position, one in Barnhouse and the other one out in the open using a glue wall as cover. This is not looking good for Team 7's Veendroid, but he can retreat for the time being and just wait for the circle to show itself.
I mean, the bait and the switch by team number 8, that was sweet. Like, I probably think that the guy that went down, he had an idea because he was shooting at the guy in the open first, but he quickly shifted his focus on the one who is in the barn house. And as he did that, and as the guy in the barn house just walked away and, avoiding the sniper shot, he probably hurt his ego a bit. And he went he went after him hot on his tails, and he didn't really remind himself the fact that there is a guy who is in the other direction, and he got shot him. I mean, it was kind of painful to watch, but team number 7, they're left with only one person alive, Veendroid. He has to survive for his team at least. It's not going to be as easy as we saw in the last match. There are 12 teams right now. 23 players are still there in the server. So he needs to find a way to get inside the top 8 because that's how things work here. On the other side, we have team number 2 and team number 12 quite close by. This is team TL, and we have Remix as well as Ninja on board. On the other side, we have team number 12. That's what is it? Was it Marriage? I'm
not quite sure what they've written either. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't blame you either, Salty. Some of the names you've seen in these tournaments, they blew our mind as well. We were literally calling people brackets and letters at one point because we didn't understand how to pronounce the names. So you're not alone in that department, buddy. But for the time being, Team 12 and Team 2 के बीच में ऐसा लगता है फायर फाइट होने वाली है एंड रीमिक्स के हाथ में AK-47 है सो मीडियम रेंज एंगेजमेंट्स आर पॉसिबल फॉर हिम लेकिन क्या वो ये एंगेजमेंट्स लेना चाहते हैं इतना जल्दी वेल ही इज गोना बी पास्ड ओवर अ ग्रेनेड बाय हिज टीममेट निंजा देखते हैं कि वो ग्रेनेड को करके अच्छे से उसको एम लगा पाएंगे ओह ओके he almost managed to throw the grenade perfectly but it ended up exploding before it could cover more of Sagar's body and as a result he only takes a little bit of damage लेकिन फिर भी यहाँ पे Team Remix, they both have assault rifles in their hand and they're going to take down the glue walls eventually. Sagar, he's going to be caught out in the open now and he's trying to run back behind cover but his teammate is not going to be there. And oh no, Time Turner gets used in a bit of an awkward position but he's still going to get the revive. Okay, wasn't expecting that. But now a second glue wall comes, their feet are visible though. This glue wall is up in the air. And no, look at that. Team number 12's second member. Yeah, this is unfortunate to say the least, Salty, क्योंकि यहाँ पे MP40 के साथ close range पे वो ये fight नहीं जीत पाएंगे. It's a 2v1 और अगर वो जीत भी जाते पहला 1v1, there's no way you could have won the second one. You know, getting rushed from both sides, it's just not gonna happen. But yeah, the circle is gonna show itself once again. And this time around, Salty, this seems more of a standard beam, like Bermuda Circle. Like it covers
Yeah.
Riverside, it covers a bit of Pochinok. There's Peak in there, there's Bhima Shakti Strip in there, there's Keratin. Kota 2 is slightly out of the mix, but that's okay. And yeah, the
Yeah.
double balcony house in Peak, it's always relevant as ever, giving them a huge line of sight over the surrounding area.
It will give them a huge line of sight, but team number 10, they're closing in. And the best part about duos is the fact that you can easily sneak onto enemy territory, right? Especially in squads, you can't really do that because you make a lot of noise, but being in solos and duos, the kind of advantage is that you can probably sneak in pretty close to enemy territory. And I guess that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to close in on team number 8, but then the double balcony compound, I don't think team number 10 can breach that pretty easily. They will have to take this distance fight, but right now I guess the glue wall is only that's going to save them. The last fight that we saw between team number 12 and team number 2, the glue wall exploded, and that I guess was the point when they knew they.
They what?
They.
Yeah, I guess that about sums up everything you were trying to say, but I mean, the double balcony house, it provides you such great oversight over the surrounding houses. I don't understand why Team 10 would even try to take this fight. I think it's in their best interest to just stay put for the time being and not really expend any more resources trying to take this fight because it's not going to work out for them. Team 8, they know that there is Team 10 ahead of them, and because behind them there's a danger zone, they don't have to worry about being backstabbed. The flank, sure, that could come through, but given the position they are in, it's going to be very hard for them to get any shots in unless they have something like a sniper rifle. And even when they do, it's you can still revive your teammate using a glue wall. You're not likely to die in a duos mode. Like in squads, maybe if the entire team peaks all at once, you could lose like your members. But yeah, in duos, it's a lot more unlikely to happen. तो मतलब ऐसा नहीं होता है कि सामने वाली टीम ने अगर आपको देख लिया हो और आप यहाँ पे डबल बालकनी हाउस में हो तो आप इंस्टेंटली नॉकडाउन हो जाओगे क्योंकि इसकी लेंथ इतनी बड़ी है कई बार आपकी टीममेट आके आपको बचा सकते हैं प्लस जो एंगल्स भी ओपन है अग्रेशन के लिए वो सिर्फ ये प्रकाश जहाँ पे फेस कर रहे हैं उनके पीछे से है क्योंकि उनके लेफ्ट साइड से थोड़ा सा हाई ग्राउंड अवेलेबल है जहाँ से डबल बालकनी हाउस में फायरिंग हो सकती है ग्रेनेड्स कैन बी टॉस्ड इन बट लुक्स लाइक टीम पहाड़ी ओवर हियर आर गोना बी नॉक्ड डाउन नॉट पहाड़ी it's there's no R in there. Yeah, party. They're tearing something apart. Now, what is it that they're tearing? I don't quite know yet, but I hope to find out someday. Effect though from Team Stars and लोग ने अभी भी double balcony house का सहारा नहीं छोड़ा है. Almost the perfect house to occupy in peak. I mean, just look at this, right? I mean, Team 10 they're completely pinned, and they try to take this fight, but it's not working out for them. They're just wasting ammo, and I feel that the same thing is happening with Team number 8. Like team number 8, even them by taking this fight, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me as to why they're doing this. Because it's just gonna be a waste of ammo until they can start converting these knocks into kills.
I mean,
well, team
number 10.
उन्होंने हार मान ली.
Yeah, like
they can start running away. Yeah, go
see,
on.
The only good thing that team number 10 could have done over there was to probably take control of the double balcony compound or had a personal grudge against team number 8 because otherwise there was no benefit. Absolutely, you can only get into those particular fights, especially when you know that all right, this is where the circle is going to end. I want control of this particular compound. Looking at the circle, that's not what's going to happen. At least according to me, if there's no hard shift coming in towards the south, that is not a possibility. We got to see a good fight though. We got to see a good sniper shot coming in. And
that was
with
a
that being said, I guess,
shot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, go on though. You were saying.
Yeah, so team number 4 and team number 6, I guess, will probably go at each other. One of the places where we find a lot of fight brewing up. Breaching this particular compound is pretty tough, like a lot of grenades might just be shot in, but getting, climbing on those stairs and getting onto the rooftop is pretty difficult, especially if you deploy those glue walls on the stairs. It almost becomes impossible to breach, and then you can take almost every fight from the terrace. So I guess that is what team number 6 would try and do. This is where we probably saw the previous game end. I might be wrong, I guess I am wrong, but doesn't
Yeah,
really matter.
no,
It
no,
was an L-shaped house.
yeah, it was an L-shaped house, but it was towards plantation. It was not towards
Yeah.
Bhima Shakti strip. So that's a slight difference over there. But you were right in recognizing that. But over here, it seems that Team 6 will eventually be the ones who come out as the victors on top over here. And this L-shaped house now belongs to them. And boy, oh boy, just look at all the real estate around them, completely empty. Team 2, the only ones who are going to be closing in towards their position, but even they seem to be making their way towards peak. तो यहाँ पे Salty ऐसा लग रहा है कि जो भी टीम्स है सारी की सारी उनको एकदम प्रॉपर बर्मुडा फिनिश देखने को मिलने वाला है वापस से क्योंकि जो सर्कल था इट्स स्पॉन इन द सेंटर ऑफ द प्रीवियस सर्कल तो अभी यहाँ पे पीक इज गोना बी ए बिग फैक्टर इन द अपकमिंग सर्कल हमको देखने को मिलने वाला है कि जो भी टीम डबल बालकनी हाउस में होगी which I believe was team
Team number
number.
8, I
Which
guess.
team was it?
No,
Yeah, it was team number 8.
it was team number
They were
8,
at,
but they moved on.
yeah. They seem to move on. They seem to have abandoned the double balcony house और अभी वो अपने आप को और थोड़ा center में लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं so that they're prepared for the next circle, which I 100% agree with, by the way. But yeah, giving up the double balcony compound can be quite risky. But in this sort of a situation, because the circle is most likely gonna hard shift towards some other location, or it's most likely, I mean, it's gonna be much smaller. They do need to get moving, and the double balcony house can also end up being a trap because if there's only one staircase to exit, then many a times you're just gonna go down that staircase, and teams are gonna be marking the staircase for you. You can drop out of the windows too. That's also a probability, but the sound that you give away basically opens up. It gives you a fair fight, and you don't
Mhm.
really want to take any fair fights in free fire. You kind of want to take a fight where you have an advantage of some sort.
Definitely. I guess after this central shift, I expect a hard shift coming in because that is what the meta is all about. We have seen hard shift after hard shifts, and especially with an absolute a circle right at the absolute center of the zone. I am expecting this to just go absurd after this one. And T number 8, according to that particular logic, T number 8 is in a good position. Talking about T number 7, though, I'm not really sure about that because Vendroid is caught in between this blue zone as well as T number 5. And as soon as Passed Away notices his position, he's going to shoot him down. He definitely has a high ground advantage, probably is running for some hard cover as well. And as soon as he knows that, all right, Vendroid is my prey, he's going to shoot those bullets in his brain. But right now, T number 5 is probably least interested in getting a single kill for themselves. It might actually aid them. I'm still not sure if T number 7, that is Vendroid, has secured his position inside the top 8 because there are only top 8 teams left. But the number of kills do factor a lot. So keeping that in mind, I'm still not sure about his qualification. But yeah, certainly he will find himself right in front of team number 5. They will definitely shoot him. Misses the shots right now. But Vendroid, he needs to equip the guns. And that is not something which he will do. Because right now there is another team as well. Team number 10 is into the party at the moment. Galaxy Baby, he needs to get some shots connected. And then Passed Away gets both of them to get... Was it together or was it? I guess it was one by one,
No.
certainly,
Galaxy
but I don't
Baby
think
took
it
a
was a
fight
lineup.
elsewhere. Yeah, it wasn't a lineup. Galaxy Baby took a fight elsewhere, knocked one of the members down, and then the other one got finished off by the other member of that team. But over here, wow, Aladdin with a quick headshot towards Lucifer's teammate Sidhu. He's going to knock him down, and guess what? Sajat is going to come in to steal the kill for himself. But this is going to be a weird third-party sequence because both of these members... Oh, okay, never mind. It's... yeah, Aladdin is from his own team. Yeah, it was coordinated. For a second, I thought there's going to be some third-party action going out over here. But it turns out it was a very coordinated push.
The coordination was sick, especially Aladdin with the shot, headshot. I did not really expect him to connect that. But once he did, it was sick. But look at this. Look at this. Team BH coming from behind, battling the blue zone. He tries and takes a shot against team number 5. That backfires. He gets himself knocked out. And right now, both the teams are caught outside in the blue circle. This is the third circle already. The damage is going to be enormous. You don't want to be caught out by the blue circle, especially after the 4th or the 5th zone itself. The battle was completely unnecessary in that particular point, but I kind of feel what Team BH was trying to do. They tried to rob those kills from Team Galaxy. Team number 5, but they couldn't really do it. The shotgun didn't connect, and that gave Team number 5 few free kills as well.
Yeah, it does, but The big problem over here is going to be getting back inside the circle because team number 5, they're on the low ground, and going from low ground to high ground can be a little bit tricky. Although going from high ground to low ground is even worse. So it's not the worst possible situation that they found themselves in, but it is a situation that they're going to have to deal with smartly because if they just go in guns blazing without really accounting for other people's position, they could end up knocking down, they could end up being knocked down. And look at this, passed away. He's got some glue walls in his hand. He ate, I think his teammate gave him over some, and oh, okay, he's gonna drop on just in the nick of time to be able to save himself, but that glue wall is gonna go out, and now team 8 effect, well, उनकी पोजीशनिंग पूरी तरीके से मार्क करके रखी है यहाँ पे, and even then looks like Galaxy Baby ने passed away को revive कर दिया है. So not all hope is lost. Baby, he needs to return fire though. वो ऐसे ही खड़े रह के bullets नहीं खाते रहने दे सकते क्योंकि passed away is going to get knocked down again, and that is exactly what ends up happening. And now Galaxy Baby needs to make his way back to help his own teammate out, and उनकी positioning, it's going to be negated. I mean, this keeps happening. Passed away needs to get himself some HP, but okay, that thing, that was a grenade or a hand cannon. Not quite sure which one was it, but it does deal a significant amount of damage to both of those players. Galaxy Baby though, unke haath mein ek knock aa gaya. This is going to buy them time to heal back up, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to use those med kits, and now they will try to make their way inside the enemy house. Let's see if they're going to be successful in doing so. Galaxy Baby leading the charge, उनके पीछे passed away आ रहे हैं, लेकिन इतने close range पे engagement लेना शायद थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होगा. Now you do have a double barrel shotgun onto Galaxy Baby, तो वो ऊपर जाके swap कर सकते हैं, लेकिन passed away के पास M82B है. The grenade though, if that does the work, then passed away's job is going to be easier. अभी वो अपना double barrel shotgun निकाल के ऊपर जा सकते हैं, but yeah, look at that. Galaxy Baby gets the first knock. The second one is not really coming through. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but Galaxy Baby turns around and puts them out of their misery. It seems that they were lagging there a little bit, something that would not happen with a MediaTek phone. If you got yourself the Helio G series, you certainly wouldn't have any FPS issues. And if you got yourself one from the Dimensity brand, I mean, you wouldn't have any ping-based issues because, well, that processor is 5G ready. And when 5G does come in India, you're going to have, the best possible internet there is. So, yeah, in that sort of a situation, you're not going to be lagging. You're not going to be getting those ping issues. लेकिन हाँ, एक चीज तो है, यहाँ पे टीम 2 एंड टीम 5 दोनों के दोनों को थोड़ी सी मुश्किल हो सकती है एक दूसरे को फेस ऑफ करने में. टीम 2 के दोनों मेंबर्स अभी भी यहाँ पे पीछे खड़े हैं, एंड टीम 5 for the time being they are just holding on to their horses. They are letting, well, actually they're not holding on to their horses because Passed Away is able to find the kill on towards those members. I thought it was actually team 2 who was doing that for some reason, लेकिन यहाँ पे Team 2 eventually वो high ground पे है Salty, and you know what it is about being on the high ground that's so good, you get to see a lot of the enemy and the enemy doesn't get to see a lot of you. इसी के साथ Galaxy Baby को यहाँ पे knock out कर दिया, and Passed Away को अभी उनको revive करना होगा यहाँ पे. A friend in need is a friend indeed, और पिछली बार भी जो उनके साथ हुआ था उसका उनको थोड़ा भरपूर response देना है ताकि he also does not stay indebted to his teammate. Lekin Ninja is going to be able to go in and finish off the kills. With one member knocked down, the other one was still standing, and at the end of the day, when you're caught in 2v1 like that, there's really not much you can do unless you're able to get the knock right off the bat. I mean, Team Liquid, not the real Liquid. This is a made-up Team Liquid. This is not the actual organization. Agar koi thoda confused ho rahe the to. These guys are going to be the ones who get themselves the first place, and Team Wrath Cyrus get themselves the second place with a fair number of points. They actually got 9 kills, so they end up at 450. So Team Liquid only have a 40-point difference between themselves and second place. But regardless, all top 8 teams qualify, so no one's going to be too unhappy with this. And with that, I think we're going to be moving on to the highlights real soon, Salty. हम देखने वाले कि exactly क्या हुआ ये map में, and yeah, there we go. It's a sick shot by Karan with the AWP.
Yeah, this was one good fight that we got to see. Team number 6 coming in and wiping down team number 4. They completely obliterated them. If you just have a look, they just swept past team number 4 with one clean sweep with the SMG, and they had no real clue what happened. This guy, the Vendroid, he tried his best. I guess he found himself in the top 8, probably securing the qualification, but the team number 10 came in and they only fell to Passed Away. Team number 5 did a really good job, but this particular fight, Team AB, Aladdin got that sick sniper shot, but then coming in from behind, I guess it was his teammate, the Sajjad, with the shotgun, securing the kills and taking down everybody. Sajid was jumping around, dancing around the map and taking kills all by his own free will. Team number 5 though, this was another good fight that we got to see. Team number 8 was well prepared. They were really doing a lot of damage on Galaxy Baby and passed away. They had to fight. They had to really fight to get inside that particular compound, reviving, using the glue walls, and once they stepped into the compound, they were in complete charge of it. Another sniper shot. Passed away has really dominated with the sniper rifle, but one thing which this particular team, that is Team TL, did right was get close to this particular team, and once MP40 was in charge, there was no answer. The team number 5 could actually pose to the questions posed by Team TL. So that was a really good match that I got to see. There were a lot of different aspects of it. Like you talked about good coordination, we saw some sick sniper shots, some close range SMGs as well, some shotguns. Everything was there.
Yeah, absolutely. But this was still game number 2, Salty. हमारे पास अभी भी 3 बेस्ट ऑफ वंस बाकी है, तो अगर आप उनका नतीजा देखना चाहते हैं तो आप यहीं पे बने रहिए, कि हम एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेके वापस आएंगे। लेकिन तब तक आप देख रहे हैं MediaTek presents the Free Fire Gaming Masters 2021 powered by JioGames। मेरा नाम है फ्लूकी और मेरे साथ है सॉल्टी, और हम कुछ ही देर में वापस आएंगे with game number 3।
Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 800U. Get ready for incredible experiences from this ultra-connected chip. Featuring dual 5G SIM for 5G connectivity that's always ready to go. High-quality voice and video calls. 5G carrier aggregation that keeps you connected. By keeping the 5G modem in the chip and using MediaTek's 5G ultra-safe power savings technology, we've created the world's most power-efficient smartphone 5G modem, boosting your battery life. With faster peak speeds, the Dimensity 800U accelerates launch time for your favorite games and apps. Use your voice assistant for scheduling and reminders in the language you prefer. With Dimensity 800U, smartphones feature supersized cameras and HDR imaging. Plus, its integrated AI processor helps enhance pictures and 4K videos in day or night. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus. Our flagship 5G integrated chip gives you immense CPU performance, stunning graphics, and incredible AI. You can game flawlessly, load apps faster, and multitask smoother, all on 5G. Pick up your camera and shoot stunning HDR pictures and videos, or go out at night with perfect results every time. Benefit from powerful AI and the latest MediaTek Hyper-Engine gaming technology. This predictive networking enhances your smartphone experience and dramatically reduces latency, provides rapid responsiveness that shaves milliseconds off touchscreen input, and enhances power management that lets you game longer. While ultra-fast displays at your fingertips give you the edge, MediaTek Mirror Vision display technology brings cinema-grade visuals into video streaming and playback. Use 5G connectivity that's both fast and power efficient. MediaTek 5G Ultra Save is built in to extend your battery life, while dual 5G SIM support gives you 5G that's always ready to go,
and make voice and video calls with the highest quality. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
We're bringing 5G to everyone. Across mobile, automotive, IoT, in the home, and beyond. Introducing MediaTek Dimensity. MediaTek Dimensity is at the forefront of powering the 5G revolution. It's about what we can achieve when barriers between devices disappear and connectivity becomes seamless and instantaneous. It will change market, industries, and our everyday. Through Dimensity, we're spurring product, app, and service innovations that will enable the true possibilities of 5G connectivity. When you see Dimensity, know that MediaTek has built an unrivaled mix of technologies. The industry's fastest 5G connectivity, super fast processors, and incredible gaming. Exciting multimedia, the industry's most powerful AI cores, and impressive imaging. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. G is for gaming. Introducing MediaTek Helio G95. It's paired with MediaTek's Hyper Engine game technology, which goes beyond the chip and tunes your whole smartphone. Because every millisecond matters in the gaming world. Whether you're streaming video, chatting with friends, or playing games, you can rely on us for responsive experiences that always impress. With in-chip innovations, all your wireless gear will connect reliably and retain their best performance. Maximize your everyday mobile experience with advanced 4G connectivity and dual SIM. Improved video playback quality with cinema-grade visuals and support for multiple virtual assistants. Embrace AI super resolution for streaming video and teleconferencing, saving your 4G data and battery life. Capture incredibly detailed photos and superb night shots. Integrated with these advanced technologies, MediaTek Helio G95 does the hard work, ensuring your smartphone always keeps up with you, so that you can focus on the moment.
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, देवी और सज्जनों और हमारे सारे दर्शकों का एक बार फिर से स्वागत है मीडियाटेक प्रेजेंट्स द फ्री फायर गेमिंग मास्टर्स क्वेस्ट फॉर द बेस्ट 2021 पावर्ड बाय जियो गेम्स में। मेरा नाम है फ्लोकी, मेरे साथ है सॉल्टी और हमारे चार ऑब्जर्वर्स रोली, बिग फैट पैंडा, कानी की बीटीएल एंड नैन द बॉट। और हम हमारे तीसरे बेस्ट ऑफ वन में आ गए हैं सॉल्टी। दिस टाइम अराउंड the plane, it takes off from the right hand side of Rimnam village and goes all the way towards Riverside, where the plane path is going to be ending. So I'm guessing certain parts of the map should be kind of hard to access. Sentosa is probably going to be completely ignored. But yeah, the high tier loot zone being in Bullseye, I'm going to be disappointed if no team decides to go there.
Yeah, you were talking about Rimdown Village initially in the last game, and right now I guess you have two teams out there. Team number 7 is definitely out there, but I guess apart from team number 7, we might have someone as well. Apart from that, the rest of the map, it's especially on the right hand side, Cape Town, Kotatua, Sentosa. These regions will be empty unless and until the circle shift towards them. At least for now, I guess there might be initial fights. I guess team number 7 is all by themselves in Rimnam Village. I can't still figure out what's out there in the map. But hey, that doesn't really matter because team number 6 and team number 12, they're pretty close. I guess they will take up the job of providing us with some early action. Will they? Or will they not?
They most certainly will. I think so. I think so they will, because over here in Bhima Shakti Strip, the biggest issue for both of these teams is just going to be trying to rotate out of here, right? Whenever the circle forms, if Bhima Shakti Strip is not on it, these teams are going to have to make their way outside, and then we will see Team 6 and Team 12 battle it out. But we could also simply see teams start chasing each other. You know, many a times you've seen that teams, for no particular reason at all, will just run headfirst into each other. Be like, you know what, we have guns. Let's establish dominance over this area. They'll go in, they'll make a mistake, and then they'll die. Like we're so used to seeing that by now that I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. And ऐसा लग रहा है कि धीरे धीरे करके exactly वही होने वाला है. Team 12 and Team 6 उनके जो दोनों members है. You know, look at Team 6. They're actually moving in closer and closer towards Team 12's positioning. And oh no, King is out in the open, Salty. This could be slightly problematic क्योंकि अगर King को spot out कर लेते हैं यहाँ पे, then he will go down. But yeah, looks like he finally is going to start moving again. He might have had a connection issue there. You know, get yourself a MediaTek processor if you're getting some FPS issues, or if you're getting some performance issues. And if you have some internet issues, well, get yourself a Dimensity processor, because that thing's going to be 5G ready. So when 5G hits the market, you're not going to be lagging. लेकिन for the time being ऐसा लग रहा है कि Team 12 and Team 6 के बीच में यहाँ पे fight होने वाली है. Oh no, exclamation mark, as he's gonna start moving in towards this house. He has the XM8, he's turning his attention towards Legend, but from elsewhere, he is gonna get shot by Mayank. And now, Mayank, all he really has to do is wait for his teammate to show, and then he's gonna have both those skills. Man, this is sad to say the least for exclamation mark.
God.
This is what happens, Salty. There is no reason at all that he should push. He just saw his teammate was AFK. He just saw he didn't have any weapons in his hand at all, and yet he decides to go ahead and push and be the hero of the story. Why do you have to do that? क्या जरूरत है ये करने का? मतलब आपके हाथ में कुछ नहीं है, आराम से बैठे रहो ना, शांति से सांस लो, तपस्या करो. क्यों इतना आगे जाके फाइट ले रहे हो इतना जल्दी? क्या फायदा वो लेने का? I feel like, you know, the parents scolding the little children. I mean, this is yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm becoming an adult here, even though I'm only 21 years old. But yeah, well, Azeh, I guess that's what his name is, in peak, वो यहाँ पे fight लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं Salty, and yeah, the action never seems to stop. You know, be it for a good reason or a bad reason, we will always see some early fights happening in Bermuda.
Yeah. And as well as Peak, you know, the mansion house as well as the surrounding compounds they serve is a really good loot zone as well as hard cover for a lot of teams out there. And that is the reason why a lot of teams prefer to drop in, because especially when you drop in Peak, you have a lot of compounds to play with. Team number 6, team number 12, there was no requirement of that fight whatsoever. King just... I mean, I don't even know if there was some communication going on. King probably was asking his friend, "Ruk ja bhai, banduk nahi hai mere paas." But still, he had to go in. He did not have any intel. He did not look left and right. He just went straight in firing, and he got shot from 2 different directions. That was what happens when you just we aren't disciplined. You know, headmistresses in our schools always stress on the fact that you have to be disciplined enough. This is what happens if you're not disciplined. Elsewhere on the map, on Bullseye, we have team number 2 and team number 11 clashing it out. But whoa, whoa, flash,
Okay.
flash, wait a second, flash.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
was
much like his
nuts.
name, yeah, he got himself 2 knocks in a row real quick with the M82B. I wasn't expecting that to happen so quickly, but Flash quickly just getting 2 headshots in a row, securing that kill. That looked very, very weird to say the least. They both got knocked down in quick succession. That's not something I'm used to seeing happen. But hey, in Bullseye, these guys, they can get themselves all the high tier loot that there is. Or usi ke saath, they don't have to worry about being swarmed by another team now. I mean, he
Yeah.
also has a double barrel shotgun in his hand as the other weapon. So Flash, he also has a close range advantage. But yeah, that shot looked really, really weird. I want to quickly have a quick look. I want to quickly have a look at the map and see where the circle is. I don't believe Bullseye is in it. लेकिन अगर एक बार circle देखेंगे तो पता चल जाएगा. Oh, this circle seems familiar. Now, Salty, if you have seen
I
this
know
circle
it.
before,
I know it.
you know what I'm
I've
talking
seen
about.
Yes. This is the evil circle. Like the Free Fire gods are absolutely not pleased. If this shifts on the water again,
Oh boy.
this can be madness. But nonetheless, I guess
Oh
a
man.
Flash, I feel as sketchy as the shot was, I felt it was a quick one. He connected a quick 1-2 flick, like getting on the first headshot and then quickly flicking onto the next. The kill feed really showed us that it was at the same moment, but probably, just probably, it was the guy it was fast.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
yeah,
it
I
was probably
mean,
just him being very, very quick with his fingers. I'm not quite sure if there's anything fishy going on in the background, but yeah, the
mhm.
admins, they do a good job of making sure anything like that does not happen. So, we're gonna leave that to them. But yeah, it did seem that he got those kills in quick succession, which if he can do consistently enough, some of these teams are gonna get a run for their money. क्योंकि हमने पहले भी देखा है Salty, you weren't there for those matches, लेकिन हमने जो पहले मैचेस देखे थे उनमें हमने देखा था कई बार कि जो प्रोफेशनल टीम्स होती है वो भी ड्यूज हार रही है. इनफैक्ट टीम सोल ने पार्टिसिपेट किया था एक बार एंड इवन दे कुड नॉट मेक इट टू द टॉप 4 after winning in the first day. They got eliminated pretty early on. So as a result, I mean, the professional teams भी duos में compete करना के लिए थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है because duos is a completely different beast altogether. लेकिन
Yeah.
यहाँ पे Team King TR, he has a Thompson in his hand. Is he going to be able to find all these kills? But he's trying to do so, but he's in a 2v1 situation, and Mr. Legend will shut him down with a double barrel shotgun. And yeah, I'm not quite sure what was the plan there. He was all by himself
He
and
went for
decided to push.
redemption. He went for redemption. He went for revenge for his friend, but he fell as well.
Yeah, he died by his side. He didn't die by his side, but at least he'll be buried next to him. Hopefully, you're gonna get to see him, you know, falling down eventually, not being able to redeem his teammate. But yeah, this was the shot we were talking about. Look at this. So Flash, I mean, in the blink of an eye,
Ooh.
got himself 2
Ooh.
kills, which is, yeah, it looks
Both the
super
bodies fell
weird to me. Like,
both the
yeah,
bodies
like,
fell
what the hell was that?
simultaneously.
Yeah, that
Flash was
okay,
like,
you know what?
Floki. Flash was like, oh my wow, mo shinde. I guess
Okay, that
not a
explains
lot
a
of
lot. He
fans
lagged.
of the audience.
Yeah. Okay, so no, we just got a word from production. We kind of know what happened. It seems that the player ended up lagging. Flash ने already shots connect कर लिए थे, but because he was lagging, like जैसे ही server ने
Oh.
register किए वो shots, it looked instant. It looked like as if as if he was
Oh.
McCree and he had his ultimate up, and it's like it's high noon or something, and he got both of those headshots in. But yeah, it wasn't in fact high noon. It wasn't. Anything of that sort happening. It was just lag. And if you don't want that happening to you, then do get yourself a Dimensity processor, because when 5G SIM cards become a thing, and when 5G becomes a thing, your processor is going to be ready to handle it. MediaTek Dimensity processors, they're 5G ready already. So अगर आपको SIM card upgrade करना हो in the future, you won't have to change your phone. But the
Oh.
circle is going to start closing in again, Salty, and yeah, it's going to close in further and further towards a factory and Mars Electric. I don't mind the circle at all. It's been quite a while. Just say जहाँ पे हमें factory या Mars Electric finish देखने को मिला है. Usually it's somewhere towards the central part of the map. And yeah, with factory being completely empty, man, this is going to be interesting. All of these teams are going to get inside and they're going to try to gatekeep each other, because no one except for Team 3 and the other team who was, towards the south of factory are the ones inside the circle already. So we're going to see a lot of action happening soon on the map.
This is another flash, I guess, from a different team, team number 13. Team number 13 as well as team number 10 definitely close and want to take this fight in very quickly, because the blue circle is gonna come in soon. They have to finish this up real quick, and as soon as I say that, the Groza comes out. Flash gets taken down. 9 is the only one standing for his team right now. Team number 13, he will go for a revive, but that's not happening. There is no mercy being shown by team number 10 whatsoever, and they finish. They ace both of these players down, and they get 2 quick kills. They need to move on from this particular position, but elsewhere on the map we have a different fight. Team number 5 all up by himself. I guess I can't even read the name. It was White Lions, and he was all by himself, getting smacked on the face by I believe it was VSA.
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 I guess his name is Ajay with a J, but maybe to make it a little bit cooler, he added a Z in there. I could be wrong. I don't know. You never know with these names. They can. This is also a phenomenon. People writing half of the names in English and the other half in Hindi. I mean, Khuni Rohit, and then there is Mahalal ya Mahakal. I'm not quite sure what his name is over there. So this is also another phenomenon we've been seeing repeatedly in this tournament. But okay, is this the actual TSG? If this is the actual TSG, then I'm going to be surprised, Salty, because those names look familiar. Jadugar and but these guys aren't the actual TSG. Yeah, no.
I don't
These
think
guys
they're
aren't
the
actual
actual.
TSG. Yeah. I mean, the actual TSG have different names, but they keep TSG in their name regardless, because they like confusing casters. They can, for the time being, team Akes के Love has been knocked down, and Nobita उनको revive नहीं कर पाएंगे यहाँ पे Salty. So it's going to be a 1v2 situation. The double barrel shotguns at close range they reign supreme. लेकिन यहाँ पे वो glue wall डाल के अपने आप को protect करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, 1v1 isolate करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, but he's just gonna keep deploying glue walls and actually move out of the circle. This is weird, but he's been exposed from elsewhere on the map, and Ethvi is gonna be able to find that kill. Yikes! Out of the frying pan into the fire. I guess that's the most appropriate way to describe what happened.
He was running all across his glue walls. I do appreciate the fact that his glue wall deployment was really cool, but then he just found himself in an open space. Elsewhere on the map, we have team number 10 up versus team number 9, and it is KGF. I don't really know if it is the second edition or the first, but nonetheless, we are going to see a conclusion to this particular fight. And the grenade comes in from Uttam, and he wipes the floor with Ash, and right now only one guy is still remaining, and that's going to be Thor 007. KGF, Thor 007, 3 different genres, 3 different movies mashed into one name. That's Free Fire for you.
Yep, it's a collaboration of all sorts, much like the collaboration between One Punch Man and Free Fire. This is it's really weird. I feel like Free Fire is kind of dipping their toes into everything. Music, anime, gaming, sports, whatnot. Like, I mean, is there any realm that they haven't touched already? I don't think so. I feel like they've gotten themselves everywhere. But the next circle is going to reveal itself, Salty, and guess what? It is covering a part of Factory and Mars Electric. तो टीम्स को बीच में जाना होगा वहाँ पे, अगर वो नेक्स्ट सर्किल के लिए सेफ रहना चाहता है तो, and it's going to be quite problematic because the center is going to be an extremely open area. Over here though, Flash last time around he took out 2 teammates in the blink of an eye. देखते हैं कि इस बार भी वो लैग होके वही सेम चीज करते हैं या फिर क्या होता है उनके साथ. खूनी रोहित double vectors in his hand. देखते हैं कि वो क्लोज रेंज पे जाके फाइट लेंगे या नहीं. He wants to chase, he wants to use those double vectors to play in his enemy's face. Lekin it might be difficult to do so. He might need he might need his teammate to back him up in the meantime. Flash, well, he's still standing strong, and Clutch has been knocked down. So देखते हैं कि Clutch के साथ क्या होता है यहाँ पे. He should be revived, but Team 4 are actually baiting him out. Yeah, लेकिन यहाँ पे glue wall डाल के can he revive him? No, he actually cannot, क्योंकि third zone का damage बहुत ज़्यादा होता है Salty. And even if he revives his teammate, he's just gonna fall back down without being able to use his medkit. Well, Flash, देखते हैं वो यहाँ पे क्या कर पाएंगे. 1v2 सिचुएशन में फंसे हुए हैं. उनके पास medkits बहुत है, लेकिन सिर्फ एक ही glue wall है अपना retreat को cover करने के लिए. And he's constantly moving around, trying to juke and jive around team number 4. लेकिन team number 4 को idea है कि उनकी positioning किधर है. And the zone is going to start closing in on him, and Ethwe will be the one who confirms the kill. Flash gets knocked out at 7th place. So he will probably still make his way towards tomorrow's qualifier matches, but he certainly won't be getting the booyah. The next circle, once again, in the smack dab center of the previous one, and this time, Factory and Mars Electric के बीच में जो open area है, that is where the zone is going to be. Unfortunately, there is no hard cover in that area to work with except for a couple of trees. So whichever team is able to get in there first is going to have a significant advantage. देखते हैं कैसा होता है नहीं Salty.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess the team with the more number of glue walls are going to come out stronger, especially for a player like Uttam. He has 6 glue walls under his arsenal. If he can cover every direction for himself, then I guess he will find himself in a good spot. But right now, none of the teams out there have entered the circle. It is completely open. There is a wide road going right across the center of it, and that makes things even more interesting. Team number 3, team number 10 are probably going to duke it out. Only one of these teams might actually enter the circle, because we have team number 8, team number 7 in the northern part of the map itself. They will try and close in inside the circle as well. So once every team starts closing in, I guess there is going to be a lot of third party going on, considering that this is an open stretch of land. As I said, team number 10, team number 3. Team number 3 closes in. They know that only one team is going to make it, so they have to lead the charge. And right now, the glue wall being deployed, I guess they will try and encapsulate them from both directions. The guns go blazing. Who is going to get the first kill? Kuni Rohit, justifying his name, taking down one guy. Uttam is the last one left. He gets eliminated as well. Team Rayuga being ace. Team number 3 come out on top. As I said, the glue walls, they were important, but Kuni Rohit, he was there to get the first kill. But right now, they will have more trouble. Getting inside the circle, finding themselves good position is going to be pretty deadly, because just look at this. This is like an open park. This is like a football field, Floki. I don't know where you can hide.
Yeah. There's not a lot of places for them to run to except for the sniper tower, and guess what? Tusha47 is already marking that with his Battlefield. He secures himself the first knock, waiting to see his teammate so he can bait him out and secure his kill as well, and he is going to be successful in doing so. Can his teammate get to cover? Yes, he can. Kuni Rohit ने अपने आप को बचा लिया, लेकिन अभी उनको teammate को revive करके उनके लिए थोड़ा time खरीदना होगा ताकि वो अपने आप को heal कर पाए. And इस time का इस्तेमाल करके Team 4 is going to turn their attention towards somebody else. It's going to be Team number 8. And Team number 8, well, they are also returning fire, but oh, a sick headshot by Ethwe with the woodpecker. एक knock अपने आप के लिए secure कर लेंगे. He's going to start running forward, use the little timing window he has created to get in a better position. और अब वो glue wall deploy करके अपने आप को सुरक्षित रखने की कोशिश करेंगे. He needs to isolate these 1v1s. Oh, that grenade actually does not go in the right direction, or does it? It might actually end up securing a knock. No, it was not cooked very well. And as a result, he's not going to find that kill. लेकिन 10-14 के साथ वो शायद close engagement जीत पाए. Tusha47 taking the fight to them instead is actually going to be able to survive, but not for long. Ethwe is the one who shuts them down with the 10-14. And now Team 4 and Team 3 इनके बीच में fight होने वाला है. Salty, जैसे कि आपने कहा, ये एकदम open area है. The playing field has been leveled, लेकिन the woodpecker is doing so much work from Ethwe. And Ethwe, he is going to be the one who secures the booyah for his team. Even though Tusha got knocked down towards the end, Ethwe ने संभाल लिया with his woodpecker, and that's why you need to save those glue walls for the late game. क्योंकि अगर वो situation में उन्होंने फट से glue wall deploy कर ली होती, he could have revived his teammate and potentially, you know, take it to the point where the zone starts closing in and make it a battle of positioning over a battle of kills. Well, two boys, they get themselves the first place finish. Second place with TJ Gaming है. But I have to say, Salty, I mean, the way TJ Gaming played this, it was kind of disappointing. I was hoping that they'd be able to put up a glue wall to protect themselves, because they knew the circle was going to be open.
Yeah, right. I mean, the fight which they took against team number 10, I remember, it was against, I guess it was Uttam and others. So that particular fight, they deployed pretty much all of their glue walls to get into a better position, to cross that particular road and get closer to the opposition and take them out. And that was the moment when they actually, you know, utilized all their resources. They probably had no time to loot for more, because the circle was coming in and they had to close in inside the circle as well. So that was the moment, I guess, when they actually deployed all their resources, did not, you know, keep anything in their arsenal. Nonetheless, I guess they get 400 points in the second position, find themselves in the playoffs as well. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But this was the moment when exclamation mark just ran inside the compound. with his teammate King TR, who is still wanting for some more guns itself. This was one moment where we thought that, all right, there's something which is very weird, but he lagged. Flash was there, wiping the floor with the opposition team. King TR going for redemption, seeking revenge for his friend, trying to be a hero. But this isn't a Marvel movie. This isn't a DC movie. He will get taken down. And they were there. Tilak Gaming, they were taken down as well. A lot of fights happened, a lot of in different directions. This one in particular, team number 5, they had no chance in surviving this one. I was the one who shut him down as well. This one, KGF, I really like this grenade from Uttam. He had a lot of resources, but this was the fight where he probably utilized. Just look at how many glue walls he deployed. 1, 2, 3, and then the wipe out comes in as well. I guess it is going to be Kuni Rohit who comes in with the double vector, gets one on Chirag, and then he comes up in front and gets Uttam. It was fantastic from this particular team, and looking at that, I really wanted more. But the amount of resources they spent over there, it was kind of heartbreaking. Nonetheless, I guess it was this particular moment when Ethwi really stepped up for his team big time. He got 2 kills from this particular fight and then got this particular knock and then finished the last player in style. There was nothing the opposition team could do, and especially with his teammate being knocked down, I felt that Ethwi had a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, and he just fulfilled them.
Yeah, he certainly fulfilled them, and he did it in style. You know, he didn't panic. He didn't start moving around looking for an angle. He didn't panic pop any of his abilities. No, he was calm. He was collected. He knew he got the first knock, and all he really had to do was get the second one. And as a result, he will be getting the first place finish. So 2 boys, unko yahan pe first place finish milta hai, but all the top 8 teams are going to be making it to the qualifier matches tomorrow, so that's out of the way. लेकिन अभी भी हमारे पास 2 मैचेस बाकी है सॉल्टी. अभी भी हमारे पास 2 बेस्ट ऑफ 1 बाकी है डिटरमाइन करने के लिए कि कल हमें कौन सी टीम्स देखने को मिलेगी. और अगर आप वो जानना चाहते हैं तो आपको यहाँ पे बने रहना पड़ेगा. इसके बाद हमारे पास सोलोस टूर्नामेंट भी होने वाला है 6:30 बजे से, तो अगर आप वो देखना चाहते हैं आप जरूर उसके लिए भी ट्यून इन कीजिएगा. लेकिन फॉर द टाइम बीइंग हम एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेके वापस आएंगे. तब तक आप देख रहे हैं MediaTek presents the Free Fire Gaming Masters 2021 powered by JioGames.
Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 800U. Get ready for incredible experiences from this ultra-connected chip. Featuring dual 5G SIM for 5G connectivity that's always ready to go. High-quality voice and video calls. 5G carrier aggregation that keeps you connected. By keeping the 5G modem in the chip and using MediaTek's 5G ultra-safe power savings technology, we've created the world's most power-efficient smartphone 5G modem, boosting your battery life. With faster peak speeds, the Dimensity 800U accelerates launch time for your favorite games and apps. Use your voice assistant for scheduling and reminders in the language you prefer. With Dimensity 800U, smartphones feature supersized cameras and HDR imaging. Plus, its integrated AI processor helps enhance pictures and 4K videos in day or night. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus.
Our flagship 5G integrated chip gives you immense CPU performance, stunning graphics, and incredible AI. You can game flawlessly, load apps faster, and multitask smoother, all on 5G. Pick up your camera and shoot stunning HDR pictures and videos, or go out at night with perfect results every time. Benefit from powerful AI and the latest MediaTek Hyper-Engine gaming technology. This predictive networking enhances your smartphone experience and dramatically reduces latency, provides rapid responsiveness that shaves milliseconds off touchscreen input, and enhances power management that lets you game longer. While ultra-fast displays at your fingertips give you the edge, MediaTek Mirror Vision display technology brings cinema-grade visuals into video streaming and playback. Use 5G connectivity that's both fast and power efficient. MediaTek 5G UltraSave is built in to extend your battery life, while dual 5G SIM support gives you 5G that's always ready to go and make voice and video calls with the highest quality. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
We're bringing 5G to everyone. Across mobile, automotive, IoT, in the home, and beyond. Introducing MediaTek Dimensity. MediaTek Dimensity is at the forefront of powering the 5G revolution. It's about what we can achieve when barriers between devices disappear and connectivity becomes seamless and instantaneous. It will change market, industries, and our everyday. Through Dimensity, we're spurring product, app, and service innovations that will enable the true possibilities of 5G connectivity. When you see Dimensity, know that MediaTek has built an unrivaled mix of technologies. The industry's fastest 5G connectivity, super fast processors, and incredible gaming. Exciting multimedia, the industry's most powerful AI cores, and impressive imaging. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to MediaTek Presents Free Fire Gaming Masters Quest for the Best, powered by JioGames. This is me, Salty. Along with me, I have Floki, as well as 4 beautiful observers. We are back in Bermuda once again, the flight path, bisecting the entire map into 2 halves. And once again, Floki, what do you think? Where are going to be the drop locations? I can see T number 7 go in a pretty weird
They
location
are,
already.
yeah, they're gonna go off the map. You know, they're not even here to play Free Fire. They're just here to have a vacation off the coast of Mars Electric. Yeah, now they're gonna
They're
start
going to
turning. Now they're gonna
Kalahari.
start showing signs of life. They're going to Kalahari, exactly. They're going to the next map. They don't even want to play Bermuda. That's what seems to be on the. That's what seems to be their plan is for the time being. They are gonna drop in the water and chill here for the time being. Nice. So they're gonna go for a swim. Not sure if this is the best strategy in mind, but hey, you know, to each their own, I guess. With only 10 teams in the lobby, though, Salty, I feel like they still have a good chance of coming out on top. But let's see if they actually do manage to do that. Now, सारे के सारे drops काफी spread out हैं. You know, team number 7, they're not even on the map as of now, so they're gonna have to make their way in there. But yeah, all of these other teams, they're not going to be fighting early on because everyone is quite spread out. The high tier loot zone is occupied by Team 2. So eventually, unke haath mein 4x scopes, you know, maybe a hand cannon here and there, maybe some sniper rifles to work with. Unke haath lagni chahiye, and they should be happy with that. And outside of that, all of these teams, they can just, you know, chill and wait for the first circle to show itself. Team number 5, though, they're the ones who are going to have the biggest advantage because occupying Peak or Bhima Shakti Strip, you know, right at the start of the map can be hugely beneficial because the circle is very, very likely to cover at least one of those areas. And even if it doesn't, being in the center of the map means that rotations become easier for you. But yeah, even then,
Certainly.
there is an art to rotating. There is an art to moving inside, you know, the circle zone, and you have to factor in high ground, low ground, and all the compounds that give you vantage point in that art. Like that is what the beauty of it is, trying to figure out how is it that you can rotate inside.
I gave up geography and topography when I was in class 10, but then came Free Fire in my life after passing out from school. And here we are discussing high ground and low ground. Look at that. T number 3 and T number 10 pretty close together, but I guess they are pretty far away as well because this particular fight, it makes no sense if they actually break into an engagement. I feel that team number 3 is the one who is going to be in a more comfortable position considering how open team number 10 is outside this particular compound. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Team number 10, they can easily move away from this particular position. Remind our viewers back about team number 7. I feel that they're the ones who are here for some beach time. You know, you need to have some vacation. You need to go to Goa sometime of the year.
Yeah.
And just chill out.
And sometimes you can't make it to Goa, so you just chill on Juhu Beach and you're happy with it. You're like, you know, I'm just going to go to Juhu Beach, soak in the sights, and, you know, pretend that that was my little Goa trip. But this is the alternative as well. You know, you can drop into Bermuda. You can drop towards the southern side of Mars Electric. You know, close towards close close to Sentosa. I mean, Sentosa is not too far if they want to swim to that island as well. So they have that option going. But yeah, I mean, this is something we see every once in a while. You know, Salty, like there will be that one Atarangi team or that one Atarangi player that decides to drop on top of a silo in Bhima Shakti Strip or Mars Electric, or there's that one player or that one team that decides to drop in the water at the start of the game. And so far, we really haven't seen any of those strategies work. But maybe, you know, I don't know, the 7th time or the 83rd time is the charm, and this time we'll see this team actually achieve something. But team 1 and team 8 के बीच में fight होने वाली थी in quite close proximity of each other. Yaha sees him, he has the MP5 in his hand, but he also has to worry about the other angle, you know, opening him up. Now he has the Arlo key that's going to get popped. I'm not quite sure उनके teammate क्या कर रहे थे the entire time. He had the shotgun in his hand and he could have closed in and finished that fight, but oh no, Yaha actually goes in the middle of both of those players, and now he's going to be going down because his teammate is not there to protect him. Pathan is all the way in the back, Salty, and इसी के साथ पठान को यहाँ पे अकेला अपना टीम के लिए, you know, positioning points के लिए खेलना पड़ेगा because he doesn't really have any other option. उनके teammate यहाँ पे eliminate हो चुके हैं. So the only thing he can look to do is play as scared as possible, play as conservatively as possible, and just try to get yourself that top 8 placement, because that's the only way you're going to be making it to tomorrow's games, and you don't want to miss out on an opportunity to, you know, make lakhs and lakhs of rupees.
And here we can see, I guess, another team trying to take a vehicle trip to another beach, I would say. This is team number 1, Team Flash. They have some company, though. They have team number 8, who is pretty close by, I guess, who are following them, like a GPS tracker. But this particular team, they're
This
here
is team
for...
number 8. Yeah, this is team number 8, Salty. This is Fishy inside the car himself. Yeah, so they're not chasing team number 8. They're actually chasing the last surviving member. And okay, GTA style, he's gonna be rammed into, and Fish is gonna finish off the kill. Man, this guy has absolutely no fear or no regard for his life whatsoever. But to his credit, because there aren't a lot of teams in the lobby, Salty, this might be a legit move to make. I mean, you don't really have to worry about getting third-partied when the map is so open. And teammate, as a result, unko 2 kills milte hain starting mein. So this means ki as long as they get themselves top 8, they're guaranteed to have a spot in tomorrow's games. But with the circle now spawning in front of us, Salty, it seems ki we're gonna have a circle that is closing in towards the northwest part of the map. More so towards Graveyard and Observatory and Katulistava than towards Peak or Pochinok. And I have to say, I'm hoping we get to see a non-peak finish this time, because that's going to be interesting. I say non-peak finish and then the circle is just going to be like, हाँ ठीक है तो Bhima Shakti strip सही, Bhima Shakti strip के ऊपर circle बनेगा. But I really do hope that we get to see some graveyard action or some bullseye action or maybe even some observatory action.
Yeah, right. I mean, I have a pretty bad memory, but I think with the first match was pretty close to Bullseye and Graveyard. I might be wrong, but I feel that was what the circle was
Oh, it
around
was.
Plantation. It was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we've seen that, we've experienced that already. And I wanted a different circle, though. This is a pretty trivial Bermuda circle that we get to see northwestern shift. It does have a northwestern shift to it, but covers Peak and Bhima Shakti as well. Nonetheless, we have a fight going on our screens right now. This is going to be team number 2 versus team number 6. Both of them in pretty good distance apart from each other. The spacing is really good. You can take the fights, you can engage in them. Also, you can fall back. That is one good thing about this particular spacing. And I guess team number 6, they do plan to move away from it. Vivek neglecting one player, trying to go for one. He gets shot by the another angle, and that is where the second player comes into play. I'm not really sure what the other player from team number 2 is doing, and that's going to be not bot. That does rhyme well. He needs to use a sniper rifle. He has 2 of them. At least one might just be doing the heavy lifting here. He might actually find some shots connected on Shinzo, if I'm not really wrong. Shisho probably. I'm not really sure
Yeah,
how
Shisho.
to
Shisho
pronounce.
is the name, not
Shisho.
Shinzo.
It is Shisho. So Phoenix up close with Vivek. Shisho is trying to hold a flank angle. I don't really feel that this particular team is trying to move away from the fight. The shield does get deployed, and Shisho will try to heal himself up, I guess. At the moment, there isn't really an opening, and both the teams are just trying to play the waiting game. Nordbot once again returning back to his usual position. He did try to take a flank angle and use a sniper rifle, but that's not working. He tries to go in the other direction, probably take down Phoenix. And if they do so, I guess that will give them a lot of territory for themselves. You want real estate. You want to capture more territory in the fight. At the moment, it's just a stalemate between both these teams out there. And there goes the twist in the story. There is always a twist in the tale. And here comes the opening. Nordbot gets a beautiful shot connected on Phoenix, and here goes Shisho. He runs for his life through the danger zone, but Vivek will chase him down and bring him to death, bring him to hell along with him.
Yeah. I mean, the Groza at long range is a weapon. I mean, Groza is just a great overall weapon. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Groza underperform. A Groza always performs well. It's good at medium range, it's good at long range, it's good at short range. I mean, that gun is just all round a great gun to have in any situation. And, we're seeing teams putting it to good use, and I'm glad to see that. But with this circle almost starting to close in, Salty, I'm really curious to see ये किधर shift होता है. और अगर हमें ये northern side पे shift करते हुए देखा गटुलिस्ता की तरफ, तो मैं बहुत खुश होने वाला हूँ. लेकिन देखते हैं circle किधर होगा. Most likely it should cover Bhima Shakti strip. Is it gonna do so? Yep,
Oh my
it is.
god.
Oh, this is not gonna be the northern finish I was hoping for, Salty. No observatory, no graveyard, no bullseye. We're gonna have to settle for good old clock tower, Bhima Shakti strip, or Katulistava. But you know what? I can't be mad. At least it's not peak.
Certainly, I guess we've seen a lot of action in the Mansion House right now. Team number 3 once again using the rotations pretty well. I guess there is going to be a lot of different compounds that will be up for grabs at this particular point in time. The second circle and the third circle are the moments when teams start rotating inside the circle and find themselves good establishments, good real estate. Team number 9, team number 8, both of them will try and come down from the northern end of the map itself. Team number 10 as well, who is still in graveyard. I guess they need to go moving as well. So once these teams start closing in, I guess Bima Shakti Strip is going to be contested. But as of yet, we see no team out there. And that is kind of surprising because a lot of teams like to play center of the circle, but a lot of teams try to go otherwise. This is going to be a fight between team number 8 and team number 9. Once again, Oshik taking a shots, connecting a lot of those, reducing one particular player to 50% HP. It is to be seen how his teammate reacts. So he is stuck in a patch of water where he's using a glue wall as cover. Team number 9 is definitely in the better position out of the two.
Absolutely. I mean, having the high ground in this sort of a situation is really, really good.
Ooh.
The boats don't really offer you a big sanctuary or a big area that you can just take a rest and, hold out for the time being. लेकिन ऐसा लग रहा है कि they're still losing the high ground fight, and that might be the courtesy of the thermal scope in Fish's hand, because with that thermal scope gives you a long zoom, and at the same time it also allows you to see the players inside the scope very easily. So, just the simple fact of seeing your entire opponent in white compared to the background, which is always going to be green, it makes it a lot easier for you to land your shots. I mean, there is a lot more ease involved in connecting those shots in that sort of a situation. लेकिन यहाँ पे, okay, yeah, not quite sure what happened there. Vishu just casually breezing past by Team 4, and Team 4 not really firing, not really making their presence felt, are just gonna let him pass, which is kind of surprising क्योंकि मुझे लगा कि अगर उनका vantage point इतना अच्छा है, then they most certainly should be able to take the kill, but they just let him pass, and hey, guess what? He lives to fight another day.
This is like the school corridor when the shy kid just walks past the bully, and the bully who is in a good mood, he just lets him go. Let the kid live. But I guess they decide to plan otherwise right now. Team number 4 starting the shots. I guess Vishu is out there in another Cypher tower, and the return shots come in as well. They don't really connect. And team number 4 doing a much better job at this point here itself. Team number 3 quite separated. Beatrix Gaming get eliminated. I'm not really sure where that fight took place, but nonetheless, this fight from Sniper Tower to Sniper Tower, this is going to drag on because I don't really feel there is enough opening for either of these teams to take any productive fight between them. Kills are gonna be rare. UV does try to take a leap of faith and gets knocked down. I guess his kill will be confirmed. That is not the right strategy. He does try to reunite with his teammate, but then instead gets taken down. Right now, Vishu99 is stuck in an awkward position. He's stuck in a 1v2. It's like you're the shy kid, and the bully comes up, and your friend just runs away, abandons you, and you're left all on yourself, and you have to face 2 bulldozers. It's just so terrible. It's such a terrible experience.
I used to be the kid on the receiving end of that brand, so I know exactly what you're talking about, and I think we know exactly how Vishu is going to be feeling because, Vishu in that situation, the only way he can get out is by deploying a glue wall on top of that sniper tower and then using that as cover to drop down, because even if he decides to drop down, without any cover, he's going to get shot by both of those players. लेकिन ऐसा लगता है कि यहाँ पे एक fight breakout हो रही है Team 2 and Team 5 के बीच में. That grows are at long range, doing a fair amount of work, but it's actually Notbot who secures the first knock. देखते हैं कि second knock भी वो secure कर पाएंगे यहाँ पे या नहीं. Hari, in the meantime, he needs to revive his teammate. Does he have time turner up? He does not. He's instead going to deploy a glue wall and get his teammate back up. But that Groza, it shreds glue walls very, very quickly. And a second one is going to be deployed real quick by Leo to heal himself back up. But Leo, he's going to be making a run for it. And now Hari has been knocked down. That grenade is going to be eliminating him. And guess what? Notbot from the other part of the map is going to be finding the last standing member, the last standing member of that duo and take him out, and as a result he gets both of those kills to his name. Now with that out of the way, Salty, ये लगता है next circle Bhima Shakti Strip and Clock Tower के बीच में close in हो रहा है. So there's going to be a lot of open area to cover, and once again glue walls are the only thing that are going to be saving you. So you better start stocking up on those if you see any, because they're going to be incredibly useful moving into this little late game part. देखते हैं कि अगला सर्कल कहाँ फॉर्म होता है. Oh wow, it is even more between Bhima Shakti strip and clock tower, and it's a completely open area. There is no shack, there is no well, there are some shacks, there are some compounds that are available, but they're not the best ones in the world, and they can be easily assaulted. Oh no, T number 8 को ये गाड़ी छोड़ के निकलना होगा थोड़ी देर में, because it's gonna catch fire. I mean, there's already smoke in it, and with these bullets raining in, yeah, they are gonna let go of the car. At least one of them is. But oh no, the car! It actually ends up dealing a fair amount of damage to a teammate's second member. Oshik is gonna be knocked down by the bullets, and Fish, he's the only member still standing. Dekhte if he's going to be able to turn around towards Rudra and Rushit, but the answer is going to be no. Rudra secures the kill, and that's going to be the end for that team. Lekin yahan pe abhi tak the Vishu, he is holding on to his position, Salty. These two sniper towers have suddenly become extremely relevant given the place of the circle, and Vishu, he actually has a chance over here. Kyunki Team 4, अगर उनकी पोजीशन के पीछे से कोई आता है, then they could be in a world of trouble, because then they have to worry about Vishu third parting them, and you don't want to be in that situation. Vivek, he finds himself a knock, Salty, and now it's down to 4 teams and 7 players.
I mean, the car was kind of destructive, but this team, team number 2, they've been clearing out places for themselves and then treading on them. This is like an invasion for team 2. Every particular territory they've invaded, they've cleared enemies out. I guess they have somewhat like around 9 kills from this game already. One guy, yeah, okay, so they have 6. Notbot with 3, Vivek with 3. I guess that is decent in a duo, because that means you have taken down 3 squads, which is a very big achievement. But right now, the sniper towers are actually coming into play. Suddenly, the shy guy becomes the topper in the class, because he is the only one inside the circle. Right now, Vishu is going to be a world of trouble for everyone else. Team number 9, I guess team number 9 and team number 2 go at each other. Rushit is the one who is getting shot at. Survives at 80 HP, goes for the revive. I guess he will get the revive done, but then he himself gets taken down. Vishu is the one who is probably shouting in the bullets, but nonetheless, I guess he's been taken down, and it is probably team number 4 who it was. We have 3 teams left in this match itself, and 6 players are out there. It is going to be a beautiful triple threat. When do these players decide to come in? The blue zone shrinks, waiting for no one else, and the shots connect as well. Team number 4, team number 5, I guess team number 2, 4, and team number 2 are the ones who are exchanging some gunshots. Meanwhile, team number 9 cruise their way inside the circle. I guess they're going to be the ones who will find the best position inside it. But right now, Rushit, with the LMG, he will try and shout it down up against team number 4, but that does not happen. Notbot finds an opening, gets one. This is going to be Notbot. He will try and get those sniper shots connected. He wants to get those kills no matter what blue wall you have right in front of it. I'll destroy them and I'll get you, and he gets them. He gets another one. I guess Vivek is out there as well. They've 10 kills already, shared between them 5 and 5. This is going to be the last 1v2 that they take, and they win it. Floki, this is crazy. This is absolute crazy.
I got to agree with you. Space stations are the one who find themselves the booyah, and those quick switches coming in from Notbot towards the end with the M82B. Yeah, that's the reason why his fire rate is so high. Usually M82B is not a gun that can fire that fast, but when you have 2 of those things, you can keep quick switching from one to the other. And the way it works is that the bolt animation, the action of you reloading, or just taking that clip back to load the next bullet into the chamber, it doesn't happen. So you end up with a higher fire rate sniper rifle, and essentially you can keep quick switching until you run out of those 5 bullets on each of those weapons, and then you'll have to reload. So that is something that teams tend to utilize very often. In fact, kali humne dekha tha that there was a team called Team Enigma previously. I forgot what they were called before, but yeah, those were professional Free Fire players, Kargovru and his friend Abhay. And Abhay, he was quick switching between the M82B so quickly that the fire rate was through the roof, and within seconds he was tearing down blue walls. But yeah, over here, Arbaz, well, guess he met his maker.
This
and
one
yeah, thank you, production. I mean, this wasn't Free Fire. This was like GTA style. They just ran the car into him. He goes out and then he finishes the kill off with his gun. But yeah, the team that I was talking about previously, Enigma, was GZ Gaming. GZ Gaming changed their organization to Enigma, and yeah, those were the guys that I mean, those were the team that had Abhay with the quick switching M82B. जो हमने यहाँ पे भी end में देखा था Salty. We saw one team member with an M82B constantly switching between the two, getting that high fire rate. It was not bot, actually, right in front of us.
Yeah. I mean, nonetheless, I still remember about the beach moment when the car just ramped in. I would name it Beach Heist if it was GTA. But nonetheless, this was fantastic from Team AK. They got everyone. They got both the teams, that is team number 4 as well as team number 9. No one could actually stand right in front of them. It was Vivek, I felt, who went in with the short range charge and then from the sniper rifle providing cover. Notbot was absolutely perfect. With 110 kill points and 450 position points, a total of 560. Just look at the buffer in between first and second place teams. That's crazy. But nonetheless, I guess all the top 8 teams are going to find themselves in the playoffs, Floki. So it was a really good game, I would say.
Absolutely. It was a great game of Free Fire, and I have to say, the way Space Station are playing it, I'm quite excited to see them again tomorrow in the qualifiers. I hope they're able to put up the same performance. क्योंकि हमने काफी teams को देखा है on the qualifier day, on the best of one, they do very well. But when it comes to Kalahari, or when it comes to Purgatory, or when it comes to just playing in a full server, the teams tend to get a little bit confused. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Salty, anything you would like to say before we end and move on to the next game?
I don't think I will add anything to it, but nonetheless, I guess if we are over with game number 4, we will be right back with game number 5 pretty soon. Don't go anywhere because we'll be back after a very short break. Stay tuned.
Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 800U. Get ready for incredible experiences from this ultra-connected chip. Featuring dual 5G SIM for 5G connectivity that's always ready to go. High-quality voice and video calls. 5G carrier aggregation that keeps you connected. By keeping the 5G modem in the chip and using MediaTek's 5G ultra-safe power savings technology, we've created the world's most power-efficient smartphone 5G modem, boosting your battery life. With faster peak speeds, the Dimensity 800U accelerates launch time for your favorite games and apps. Use your voice assistant for scheduling and reminders in the language you prefer. With Dimensity 800U, smartphones feature supersized cameras and HDR imaging. Plus, its integrated AI processor helps enhance pictures and 4K videos in day or night. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus. Our flagship 5G integrated chip gives you immense CPU performance, stunning graphics, and incredible AI. You can game flawlessly, load apps faster, and multitask smoother, all on 5G. Pick up your camera and shoot stunning HDR pictures and videos, or go out at night with perfect results every time. Benefit from powerful AI and the latest MediaTek Hyper Engine gaming technology. This predictive networking enhances your smartphone experience and dramatically reduces latency, provides rapid responsiveness that shaves milliseconds off touchscreen input, and enhances power management that lets you game longer. While ultra-fast displays at your fingertips give you the edge, MediaTek Mirror Vision display technology brings cinema-grade visuals into video streaming and playback. Use 5G connectivity that's both fast and power efficient. MediaTek 5G UltraSave is built in to extend your battery life, while dual 5G SIM support gives you 5G that's always ready to go and make voice and video calls with the highest quality. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
We're bringing 5G to everyone. Across mobile, automotive, IoT, in the home, and beyond. Introducing MediaTek Dimensity. MediaTek Dimensity is at the forefront of powering the 5G revolution. It's about what we can achieve when barriers between devices disappear and connectivity becomes seamless and instantaneous. It will change market, industries, and our everyday. Through Dimensity, we're spurring product, app, and service innovations that will enable the true possibilities of 5G connectivity. When you see Dimensity, know that MediaTek has built an unrivaled mix of technologies. The industry's fastest 5G connectivity, super fast processors, and incredible gaming. Exciting multimedia, the industry's most powerful AI cores, and impressive imaging. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. G is for gaming. Introducing MediaTek Helio G95. It's paired with MediaTek's Hyper Engine game technology, which goes beyond the chip and tunes your whole smartphone. Because every millisecond matters in the gaming world. Whether you're streaming video, chatting with friends, or playing games, you can rely on us for responsive experiences that always impress. With in-chip innovations, all your wireless gear will connect reliably and retain their best performance. Maximize your everyday mobile experience with advanced 4G connectivity and dual SIM. Improved video playback quality with cinema-grade visuals and support for multiple virtual assistants. Embrace AI super resolution for streaming video and teleconferencing, saving your 4G data and battery life. Capture incredibly detailed photos and superb night shots. Integrated with these advanced technologies, MediaTek Helio G95 does the hard work, ensuring your smartphone always keeps up with you, so that you can focus on the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to MediaTek Presents Free Fire Gaming Masters Quest for the Best, powered by JioGames. This is me, Salty, and along with me, my storyteller for the day is going to be Floki. We have 4 wonderful observers, and we are back on Bermuda. This time, the flight path being a little bit more on the vertical side, Floki. And I must say, we've already seen a lot of players dropping in.
Yeah, I mean this time around बहुत सारे players early drop के लिए opt कर रहे हैं. They're looking to go towards some of these northern places, Observatory, Graveyard, and Bullseye being one of them. But yeah, apart from that, it seems कि बाकी सारी teams will take the default drops. I'm surprised to see कि no one has really made their way towards Mill or Peak. But I guess them being far from the flight path is the biggest reason why these teams are not going to be dropping there.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, I hope to see most of these teams on the western front eventually make their way towards the eastern part of the map.
Yeah. There's a big cluster on the northwestern part of the map itself, including Bullseye, Graveyard, Observatory. All of these areas are actually captured by one or the other teams. And when these teams actually finish the loot, they start the rotations. I guess those rotations might just be interrupted, might just be intercepted by some of the other teams. So fights might brawl out from the northwestern front of the map itself. Looking at the central part of it, I guess a lot of it is up for grabs in the next few moments when the circle actually pops out. I expect to see a different circle this time around, especially if it actually moves towards the Mill, Keratin, Cape Town. Things might be so interesting. We also have a team in the form of team number 8 on Sentosa. They will have to come to the mainland as well, provided the circle is in the center of it. So a lot of different rotations, and with the different rotations, what I get to see is a lot of open area fights, or a lot of mid rotation fights that I like to call them. So those are pretty interesting, I guess, and especially in duos, how these players are going to handle it. It'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, those mid-rotation fights can end up making a world of difference as well. क्योंकि अगर आप rotate कर रहे हैं and you see someone else rotating, there's always that crunch, the time crunch factor in as well. कि आपको उसको संभाल के रखना पड़ता है. You need to keep that in mind when you're trying to close in towards a particular part of the map. And yeah, if you keep that in mind, if you're aware कि अब सिर्फ पहला blue zone है and it's not going to deal that much damage, you can wrap around, you can get a good vantage point, you can win the fight. But yeah, you can't start doing that from the third and fourth circle onwards. Elsewhere on the map, looks like Alan has already found himself a high tier helmet. I could be wrong though. It does look like he got himself a good helmet. So yeah, he's going to be working with that for the time being. So is his teammate. Getting himself a level 4 vest right off the bat. That's good. That's great stuff. I mean, having those vests and helmets is somewhat underrated because many times it keeps you alive. But this again. Okay, so this is not the first time I'm seeing this all. ये पहले भी हो चुका है. People, they drop on top of factory, or they drop on top of the silos at Mars Electric, or they drop on top of I don't know, some other part of the map which where if you drop down from you take a lot of damage, and this is exactly what happens. अभी एक member यहाँ पे ऊपर रेंगते रहेंगे, and what is his teammate gonna do? Where is his teammate? That's what I want to see. I mean, his teammate is basically gonna be caught in a 1v2. Yeah, I mean, his teammate is also on the roof of factory, so all the stars in the world need to align from them. The first circle needs to be over them, the second circle needs to be over them, the third circle needs to be over them, the fourth circle needs to be over them, because by the fourth circle only do we ever get to see our top 7, top 8 teams. And to survive that long from this place without moving a muscle, it's going to be very difficult. Team 14 already ये area का थोड़ा सा clean sweep कर लिया है, so for them to find loot might be a bit difficult, but it's not going to be impossible. And yeah, they get very lucky.
It barely covers faction. I guess team number 11, they found themselves a little bit of luck. They're still inside of the circle. I'm not really sure how long they will be inside. It has to be hard shifting towards them every freaking time if they have to stay inside it. But that's not going to happen for long, at least. On elsewhere, I guess in Graveyard, we're seeing. So this is the point that I was talking about. When teams complete their loot on the northwestern front of the map, they will start sweeping around the remaining areas. And that is where teams from Bullseye, Graveyard, and Observatory come together. And we might see a full-blown war out there. Is that going to happen?
Yep.
Are these teams going to go after each other? that is up for question, because when you are indoors, I said, you can actually sneak in. A lot of different teams, they don't want to engage in fights, especially. Just have a look at team number 4. They're peaceful in the mansion house. They don't really need to overextend on team number 9 itself. Team number 9, on the other hand, they have a lot of open ground, but I guess with the kind of peace treaty going on in between these teams, they will be able to cover the distance and find themselves inside the circle in no time.
Absolutely, they can get themselves into the circle, but the issue for them is basically going to be, I mean, even if they do get themselves inside the circle, right? Where exactly do they go and set up shop? Like, where do they go for a compound? There's not enough places for them to get in there and
Yep.
claim for themselves, because all the main compounds are being occupied, and they're gonna have to work with the scraps. I mean, they're not gonna get their pick of compound. They're gonna have to go even deeper into the circle for that, and going deeper means exposing yourself to more and more teams who are already inside the circle, and that can be extremely problematic. लेकिन यहाँ पे team Lust के Gara
Wow.
and Farhan 18, they are gonna assault the plantation barn house. They know that there is a team on top, or do they? They really haven't moved yet, so I don't think they haven't made any noise. If team 1 wants, they could slowly but surely, crouch walk their way towards the staircase and maybe take this engagement. But looks like team 3 यहाँ से निकल जाने की कोशिश करेगी. Oh no, they actually know. They're gonna toss a grenade, and then that single grenade from Gara is gonna eliminate both of these players. Salty, man, that was cooked to perfection by Bloodlust.
That was perfect trajectory, as I like to say it. He knew the formulas, he knew the range, he knew the height. He had everything in place, and he used his calculators to his advantage and got the pitch perfect grenade. I mean, there could have been no better grenade. Taking 2 players down with a single one, that is the best feeling in this game of Free Fire, and this is something else. Getting your sniper shots connected. I guess this team Psycho, they definitely do have an idea what I'm talking about. Team number 13, they are pressing forward up against team number 9. They do know that there is a presence alongside them as well. That is going to be team number 4. I guess it is going to be team number 4 who will clear up the OP Pro squad. Seems like they're not pro enough, because they've been whitewashed really quick in this match, and they find themselves in a 13th position. Nevertheless, Psycho will find themselves in between haystacks and fences, and they will have to guard themselves, because team number 4, they're well positioned to take a fight on a Team Psycho. Team Psycho, on the other hand, I guess they are going to move away, capture a compound for themselves, get some high ground, get some hard cover. Team number 4, on the other hand, they will fall back to their mansion house and be safe and sound as well. The fight that I was talking about did blow off, and I guess it was one team that was in between, sandwiched in between these two teams. They found themselves in a bit of a precarious position and got taken down. But here we can see one team. I guess this particular Orm shot might connect. This is Orm King, and he will do justice to his name. He does connect, does not get the knock though. But team number 2 really go hot on the tails of team number 10. They do take the damage of the blue zone, but I guess they will endure that. They want kills right now. They're kill hungry, and definitely they're working things. But team number 10, they're on the right side of the circle, and things are in their favor. They definitely don't have a lot of cover for themselves, Floki. But what do you think? Who is going to come out on top in this one?
I think the team with the sniper rifle is definitely going to come out on top, but elsewhere on the map over here between Team 2 and Team 10, I really can't say, because Team 2, I can't see their weapons. They do have one sniper rifle in their favor, they're choosing not to use it. They're instead going to rotate all the way around and then try to get inside the circle and tank a fair bit of blue zone damage. It's not the worst thing in the world for them, क्योंकि उनके पास medkits available है, तो अपने आप को heal कर पाएंगे यहाँ पे. लेकिन सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम टीम 2 के लिए ये होगी कि अगर वो continuously wrap around karte rahenge, then ye edges pe jo teams hai, they're always going to spot them out, and eventually they're going to have to take a fight. And at that point, if they're not able to take those fights because they're busy healing and they get caught off guard, they could be in a world of trouble. This is why I like immediately start. I like seeing teams that immediately start moving towards the circle as soon as it shows. Like if you keep waiting around, all those other teams, they're gonna get into a better position than you, and they are gonna try to gatekeep you. Like, sure, you might have to expend some resources, but if you get yourself a good positioning at the start of the game itself in the first circle, you set yourself up for success.
Yeah, and this was what team number 11 thought they would. And coming down from this particular position, they do expend a lot of HP. I guess they will manage to get inside the circle and not really find themselves knocked. But team number 11, they had to endure so much. And right now, with team number 2 closing in, I don't really think team number 11 will have a lot of weaponry as well, because they couldn't really loot. They definitely will try and scramble around for some guns. They might get something as well to work in their favor. But elsewhere on the map, we will find team number 5 as well as team number 14. Team number 5, Knight Riders. What were you doing? That is one of the most absurd position I saw a player get caught up in. I mean, I do not expect someone to be in an open field and firing at an airship.
Yeah, I mean, he literally fired at nothing, basically. His SKS gave away his location, and the teams were quick to punish it. But yeah, oh, it's a cool observer shot. I like this. You know, I always like the the cinematic shot, like from inside and outside the silo. It looks pretty cool. But the next circle is gonna be circling, or I mean, the next circle is gonna be over Bhima Shakti Strip and Peak. So these areas are gonna be the ones where team need to get themselves a place. The double balcony house is still in play, Salty. So. Team 14 can certainly make their destination the double balcony house, but defending that is going to be the real task, because even though they have a decent vantage point over the surrounding area, when the next circle comes in, that very own double balcony house could end up being a death trap.
Yep, certainly a lot of teams will try and attack it. A lot of teams want that double balcony compound, and that makes it such a valuable asset. If you have it, it works for you. If it doesn't, if you can't really hold it, then you have to leave it up. Nonetheless, I guess this is going to be team number 13, and they will find team number 10 wrapping around them. This is going to be a fight that is going to happen at the edge of the circle. Probably either of these teams have spotted each other. Who takes the first shot? That is going to be the question. This is Psycho, and he takes the first shot, does not connect any, gets shot in return. I guess he needs to confirm some kills. Elsewhere on the map, Foxes have been aced, but nonetheless, team number 13, team number 10 still go at each other. They have some trees in between them, and that is the only form of cover they have. Glue walls right now, they don't really have a lot of them. 3 glue walls, 4 glue walls. If they expend it here, it can be deadly for them in the final circle. If they have to take a choice, what is the trade-off? Are they looking for 2 kills or more points? It is for the teams to decide.
Absolutely, and that's the thing about kill points. Like, kill points only really end up making a difference if your placement is high enough. So if they deploy those glue walls and they don't find the kills and retreat, the late game is going to suffer as a result of it, and they're not going to get those sweet placement points because, well, they're just not going to be able to survive long enough. Elsewhere on the map, the Sugar Girl was able to get herself or himself. I don't know if it's a guy, using a girl's name in his little name area, but yeah, they're going to be able to get themselves 2 kills, and in the meantime the next circle is also going to show itself. But I think we need to cut back to the action at Bhima Shakti Strip, because team 10 and team 13 are going at it. Elsewhere on the map, team 2 and team 6, King with the M82B is certainly putting team 6 under a lot of pressure. He's going to force out the time turner, but yeah, after this, Team 6's IP Devil needs to get some way or find some way of protecting his teammate. I mean, his teammate might need to drop some glue walls, but if he doesn't want to do that, then he needs to use the tree as cover and run all the way behind towards his teammate so that he can live for longer. But boy, oh boy, over here at Bhima Shakti Strip, near the signal tower, Salty, I don't think this team is going to live for much longer. Team 10 के एक member अभी भी खड़े हैं, तो दूसरे member के यहाँ पे double barrel shotgun है. He's going to finish off the kill, but he will get finished off in return. It does leave the assault all by himself, so maybe it's not the worst finish possible for the enemy team, but still, they're the ones who end up being eliminated in 9th place. So they're the guys who are not going to be making it to the playoffs, or not going to be making it to the qualifier matches at the very least. Sugar Girl, in the meantime, using a car to get in the face of her opponent, and is actually going to get shut down real quickly. Mafia Bear had his crosshair train with the 10-14, and now Sugar Girl has been eliminated. It's just going to be H2000V by himself, Salty, और अकेले यहाँ पे उनको fight लेना होगा 2 लोगों के सामने, Mafia Pratik and Mafia Bear. And I don't think this is going to be an easy task for him by any stretch of the imagination.
This is not going to be an easy task because the blue zone comes in as well. The only cover that he has are those 2 glue walls, and right now team number 8 press forward because they know they do not have time on their side. When this circle closes in, it is going to do a lot of damage. Mafia Prati, he will try and get this particular kill for himself because he knows that the damage offered by the blue zone is going to be terrible, and he might just have to connect few bullets to get this particular kill for himself. Team number 4, he does try and find himself a little bit of space. H2000, and he's still trying to protect himself with all the glue walls in the world. But how long can he do it? I am not really sure how many glue walls he has left. He gets one, and that is brilliant. The fact that he got himself out in this particular position and he's still battling, this is absolutely amazing. Will he get this particular kill for himself? He will try and confirm what he has already. He confirms the kill, and right now the grenade pops up. This is going to be an artillery of grenades coming in at H2000. He wants to move forward. If he gets this 1v2, it'll be a highlight moment in this match itself. This is going to be H2000. He does have the shotgun as well as, I believe, an AK. So yeah, definitely, but none of that is going to be working because it is the grenade that functions, and that rips apart team number 8. I believe it was Foxes have been eliminated.
Yeah, and now it's only going to be down to 4 teams, but out of those 4 teams, only 2 teams that actually have both of their players still up and running. The other 2 teams only have 1 member each. So the odds tilted heavily in the favor of Team 2 and Team 7, but Team 7 taking it a step further by going inside the zone and occupying the only available compound there, making it their stronghold. It's going to be easy for them to keep all of these teams. Are going to be coming inside real soon, and Team 2 is going to be the first one to do so. But their attention is not towards them. In fact, they're trying to turn their attention towards Team 4's last surviving member, H2000. And देखते हैं कि H2000 यहाँ पे अपने आप को protect कर पाएंगे या नहीं. के हाथ में AK-47 है, but this grenade, it's coming for him. No, he drops the time turner a bit too early. That grenade does not close in on his position. The flashbang is going to get thrown as well, but yeah, H2000, now that his time turner has run out, he is open to eating grenades himself. He's going to toss one out to try and return some fire, but throwing uphill grenades is an arduous task, and it's a task that H2000 just isn't up to just yet. But Salty, look at the circle. It is starting to close in towards Team 2's position instead of Team 7. Now Team 7 needs to get in there. Fortunately, they are going to be gatekeeping both Team 13 and Team 4 while they're doing this. But if Team 4's member gets lucky, he could drop a glue wall or 2 and get himself towards the high ground, but he's not moving, he's not even budging, and I'm not even sure if he has enough glue walls. He spots out Team 13's Essery, but he only has an AK-47 to work with. But look at this from the back line. Team 2's Raul is going to come in raining with the grenades, and he's going to be able to find 1 kill off of what Team 7's member, and this is going to level the playing field for Team 4 and Team 13. Look at this, Dronacharya left all by himself, going to be finished off by Om King. How do Team 13 and Team 4 use this advantage? Or are they even going to be able to use it? Well, Team 2 are taking the fight to them, Salty. ऐसा लगता है कि वो इंतजार नहीं करने वाले बुया जीतने का. They are going to snatch it themselves before the final zone starts closing in, and Team Mighty Criminal, उनको बुया मिलता है यहाँ पे.
I mean, I don't understand. Team number 7 was so drawn out towards a sole surviving player from team number 4 that they left their backs open. And when you leave your back open in a Battle Royale game, that is what happens. Team 2 came in from behind and threw the knockout punch with one single grenade. They caught them off guard, got one particular knock, and they just pressed in forward. And after that, it was all about Mighty Criminal, who just wiped the floor with everyone else. Team number 4, I believe it was, as well as team number... Nonetheless, doesn't really matter. It was, I believe, High Voltage, who probably got taken down. So, I mean, when you are in such a good position inside the circle, your job is to defend from all directions and not just focus your attention on one. It shouldn't have been the case that team number 2 is just having a walk in the park and getting inside that particular final circle and capturing that compound and getting right behind team number 7. That should not have been the case, but that was. And team number 7, they were, as we like to say, caught with their pants down.
Yeah, they certainly were, and you know, when that kind of a situation happens, I mean, there's nothing really you can do. That grenade came raining in for them, and yeah, it had their name written on it. There's a coffin ready and a pit dug 6 feet deep so that they'd be buried in it eventually, and they didn't make their way there. But Team 8 and Team 4, this was a very weird moment because H2000 was able to survive and get both of these kills, which, yeah, I was surprised he was able to do that. I thought for certain he's going to go down over here, but he still survived and he lived long enough, and that is because, you know, he was making good use of the weapons he had. I mean, look at this, he finishes off the player who is down, he knows the other one isn't pushing him. And then he just decides to push the guy who's launching grenades at him, and he knows that he has no utility to work with. I mean, this 1v1 is dangerous, right? You can end up losing out yourself too. But yeah, this grenade, cooked to perfection, it did the job.
Yeah. Yeah, just have a look at this particular place. Team number 7 completely focused on team number 4, have no idea where the circle is, have no idea if there's another team behind them, and team number 2 utilize that opportunity, utilize that opening to come right behind team number 7 and take them down. And once they had them, they knew they were in the better position as compared to team number 4 and team number 13, and they just completely took those fights with ease. That was a really good moment from team number 2. I felt that team number 7 could have given them a little bit of competition in terms of the fights. We mentioned how there were only 2 teams with 2 players still remain. I felt that, I believe it was AV team, couldn't really live up to the expectations, but nonetheless, Mighty Criminal with 70 kill points and 450 position points, 520 points, they find themselves with a very big lead. Either way, all the teams till team number 8 will qualify till Oscar Elite Gamer, and you will find these teams tomorrow when they are going to play the playoffs, Loki.
Absolutely. I mean, tomorrow during the qualifier matches, you're going to see these teams again. Remember, you are watching MediaTek presents the Free Fire Gaming Masters 2021 powered by JioGames. We're still going to have a solos tournament up and running in an hour from now. It's going to be 6:30. तो अगर आप वो देखना चाहते हो तो ये पेज बुकमार्क करके रखिए, क्योंकि हम वापस आएंगे सोलोस के साथ. एंड सोलोस के जो विजेता होंगे ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में, उन्हें सीधा डियोस के ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में जाने का मौका मिलेगा. दैट्स राइट. तो अगर आप सोलोस में अपने आप को सीमेंट कर सकते हैं, देन यू ऑल्सो गेट अ टिकट टू द ग्रैंड फाइनल्स. और देखते हैं कि ऐसा होता है या नहीं. अगर आप जानना चाहते हैं तो आपको 6:30 को ट्यून इन करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन तब तक के लिए मैं और सॉल्टी आपसे अलविदा लेंगे. एंड व्हेन वी सी यू नेक्स्ट टाइम, वी विल बी ब्रिंगिंग यू द सोलो गेम्स. एंड इट्स गोना बी इट फॉर नाउ. यू आर वाचिंग MediaTek presents the Free Fire Gaming Masters 2021 powered by JioGames.
Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 800U. Get ready for incredible experiences from this ultra-connected chip. Featuring dual 5G SIM for 5G connectivity that's always ready to go. High-quality voice and video calls. 5G carrier aggregation that keeps you connected. By keeping the 5G modem in the chip and using MediaTek's 5G ultra-safe power savings technology, we've created the world's most power-efficient smartphone 5G modem, boosting your battery life. With faster peak speeds, the Dimensity 800U accelerates launch time for your favorite games and apps. Use your voice assistant for scheduling and reminders in the language you prefer. With Dimensity 800U, smartphones feature supersized cameras and HDR imaging. Plus, its integrated AI processor helps enhance pictures and 4K videos in day or night. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
Introducing the MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus. Our flagship 5G integrated chip gives you immense CPU performance, stunning graphics, and incredible AI. You can game flawlessly, load apps faster, and multitask smoother, all on 5G. Pick up your camera and shoot stunning HDR pictures and videos, or go out at night with perfect results every time. Benefit from powerful AI and the latest MediaTek Hyper-Engine gaming technology. This predictive networking enhances your smartphone experience and dramatically reduces latency, provides rapid responsiveness that shaves milliseconds off touchscreen input, and enhances power management that lets you game longer. While ultra-fast displays at your fingertips give you the edge, MediaTek Mirror Vision display technology brings cinema-grade visuals into video streaming and playback. Use 5G connectivity that's both fast and power efficient. MediaTek 5G Ultra Save is built in to extend your battery life, while dual 5G SIM support gives you 5G that's always ready to go and make voice and video calls with the highest quality. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible.
We're bringing 5G to everyone. Across mobile, automotive, IoT, in the home, and beyond. Introducing MediaTek Dimensity. MediaTek Dimensity is at the forefront of powering the 5G revolution. It's about what we can achieve when barriers between devices disappear and connectivity becomes seamless and instantaneous. It will change market, industries, and our everyday. Through Dimensity, we're spurring product, app, and service innovations that will enable the true possibilities of 5G connectivity. When you see Dimensity, know that MediaTek has built an unrivaled mix of technologies. The industry's fastest 5G connectivity, super fast processors, and incredible gaming. Exciting multimedia, the industry's most powerful AI cores, and impressive imaging. With MediaTek Dimensity, expect incredible. G is for gaming. Introducing MediaTek Helio G95. It's paired with MediaTek's Hyper-Engine game technology, which goes beyond the chip and tunes your whole smartphone. Because every millisecond matters in the gaming world. Whether you're streaming video, chatting with friends, or playing games, you can rely on us for responsive experiences that always impress. With in-chip innovations,